यार कोई कमेंट्री करे तो मज़ा आ जाएगा, लेकिन
पहली बॉल क्या हुआ? पहली बॉल पे we are at 23 for 1. It's 3.1 overs. Kabir charging into ball with his nice outswingers. And Shahbaz is batting and he's loading up. Nice odd bounce, but nicely fielded by Adnan for a dot. And we are live here at Community Park. Thanks to CricClubs for providing the live platform here where you can watch this game at the comfort of your home. We've got a nice matchup here. It's poising up to be a nice game. So if you're in the neighborhood, please stop by. Join us for this amazing night of cricket as Kabir comes into bowl. Nice slower one, flicked to the short mid-wicket region. They're trying to go for two, and it could have been two, but Jamil Vora said, no sir, I'm going to face the next ball. And we are at 24 for 1 right now. He is adjusting some field. We'll be here back with the commentary team shortly. We've got our officials in Asmar and our seasoned official Arshad Yusuf as also one of our experts on catch it. Kabir charges in. Let's see what kind of... What a nice shot, and I think it's gone all the way to mid-wicket, and there's some kids in there, and that has gone for a huge six by Jamil. So did not preserve the strike and didn't go for the two, and that worked out well because the ball went for a six. Kabir coming in, that's the last ball of his over. And Jamil went for another one, nicely kept by Usher. And it's the second last ball actually. It's 3.5 because there was a wide ball in there. So there's one more coming up, and our total, as you can see, is 30 for 1. So Anjuman looking pretty good. Possibly 160 plus on the board if they can carry on this form. The shine of the ball is off, and here comes Kabir. Nicely played for a nice single. Are they looking for two now? Let's see. Nicely fielded. Good collection by Ashok. And the fielder is Salman. So that's the over, and we're at our total score now is at 31 for 1. It's been a pretty exciting day. From a planning perspective, we've got a bunch of folks here. We've got some food. Please join us. Yes. As the sun is completely almost set now, this is probably one of the most difficult times to bat and field because the sun is down and the sky is kind of a little bit of a concern. So And we have a new bowler, Prithvesh. Well bowled, and this is probably one of the best wicket keepers that US has ever seen in Ashar Mehdi. Very nicely collected, calm, and Jamil is looking poised. He wants to get some runs as Ashar looks back at the dot ball. Ho gayi na? And he tried to pull that one, and it's going for a single. They're trying to go for a two. This could be a close one, but a better throw would have gotten Jamil in. Zero and two. Mhm. So I've been joined here by Charlie, who I'm going to turn over the mic for a little bit of a commentary here as we go through, and he's trying to run away. Prithvesh comes into ball and nicely played by Jamil. Another two runs. Anjuman looking pretty good. We are at 39 for 1. It's building up the crowd at Hanover Park. And as we, this is nice streaming service available. Prithvesh running in nice and hard. And balls and Jamil just knows how to swing it really. He's just in that zone right now, just swinging at everything. But he's connecting. Nice 6 over mid wicket and then a bunch of singles and doubles around here. So looking very good, Anjuman. Just for the loss of 1 wicket and 4.4, they're at almost 40 runs. Nice crowd building up here. The usual suspects. We've got Dax. We've got some of the other folks like Chirag and Bhavesh and some of the other folks that are out here. So if you're in the neighborhood, please stop by. Prithvesh coming in bowls again. A nice swipe shot, and again they've been wonderful in running between the wickets. Mohammad Bakshi is coming into bowl now, and we're trying to adjust the brightness on this a little bit. So let's see how that works out. But in the meantime, everybody's gonna look a little bit tanned, which is okay. Winter's coming. Mohammad Bakshi comes into ball, nicely played, and could go all the way. And does it go all the way? And they keep on running because the boundary is quite far, and they've gone for 3. And there you go. First ball of Bakshi, gone for 3 runs. Nicely played. Bakshi coming into bowl again with his left arms. And everything seems to be a single. There's no dot balls. Actually, not many dot balls at least. So doing really well. Anjuman taking the scoreboard. Getting 50 in the first 6 overs is usually the easy stuff. It's the next 15 overs that to become a little bit of a challenge in the night tournament. There is Bakshi. And he's gone. And there goes Bakshi, who's taken Shahbaz now at extra cover, short extra cover. And he's caught. Shahbaz scoring 18 runs of 13 balls. So a nice cameo innings by him. Let's see how our scoreboard's reading a little bit wrong. It's actually Sadiq who is not playing, but it is Jamil Vohra who's batting. So we're trying to update the names on the scorecard. We'll be right back after this innings wicket break, and we'll be joining you and see who the next batsman is. So that's a nice shout by Bakshi. Let's see, Jamil's kind of smiling with his helmet off. Bakshi coming into bowl again. And they're trying to go for a single over point, but nicely fielded. Bakshi's bowling well to his field. So Anjuman has racked up 45 runs in its power play overs. So now the field kind of spreads out if the captain desires. We've got Prithvish coming in for his second over. Actually, Jamil's batting pretty well. 19 runs of his 11 deliveries, being a good opener as far as T20 cricket is concerned. And you can see Arshad Yusuf Bhai completely focused on the proceedings. So Prithvish comes into ball and Jamil rotates around the ball, try to go for it, but misses it. Another swing and a miss by Jamil. So Prithvish going well on his first two deliveries. It's pretty back and forth. Jamal's got a nice score at 45. Gymkhana now trying to crawl back. Again, Prithvish charging in. Oh, they're going for a single, and that could be out, and it is nicely done by Asher. Very few wicket keepers can do what Asher can do in the league. Running in, taking the gloves off, and hitting the non-striker. That takes a lot of practice, and he's been a wonderful player of the cricket game for a long time. We'll be right back, folks, after this wickets break, and join you with the commentary team. Prithvish coming into bowl now. And nicely played. Seems like, again, they're trying for one more run out. So a little bit of a crawl back by Gymkhana. 3 wickets down now, 7 to go. But Ayaz is now at the bat. And we know what he can do, right? He can take 4 or 5 runs in the first few overs and then go for 12 or 13 or 14 towards the end. So if he bats in, he is going to take the game by its throat and take Anjuman to a big total. So it's beneficial for Gymkhana to get him out early. See, there you go. Nice cut shot. Good running between the wickets. He knows how to build his innings. So I have been joined here by my co-host here, Charlie, who is also the VP of Midwest Cricket Conference. This is the first time we are broadcasting Charlie together. It's such an interesting atmosphere. What do you think about this matchup?
Well, Anjuman's made their way into the finals, beating Challengers. Challengers were the sixth time in a row finalist. So of course, both the teams very strong, very balanced team, if you ask me. And as you mentioned, Ayaz, the key wicket on this pitch, if he bats through the remaining 14, 13 overs that are left, I think he can put Anjuman to a really good target. Again, the turnout is really awesome. We're looking at a crowd outside. There's about 100, and we're still expecting lot more people to come and join us for this the finale of our Abid Lahiri night tournament.
And we've got biryani, right? So
Absolutely,
that's
we have
always a
five
good.
trays of biryani. So
Yes.
anyone who hasn't had their dinner yet, please come out and not just to support cricket, but also have
A
good
nice
biryani,
meal.
nice biryani.
Absolutely.
It did it come from Karai?
It did, absolutely. So we've got some biryani from Cry Corner for folks that are looking for dinner options. Can't beat cricket with dinner as Bakshi comes in to bowl. Now that's I think, a premier matchup from my perspective, Charlie. That Bakshi bowling to Ayaz, two very canny performing cricketers. They're both attacking. They both like to go at each other. I think this is a great matchup.
It definitely is a great matchup, and from the view I had looking at Ayaz and how he plays spinners, especially, this is what his game is all about. He will not strike unless and until there is a ball for him to strike at. So the rotation of the strike, the singles and doubles that are taken is the key for Anjuman to keep going the way at the pace that they're going now, and and, and to in in order for them to put a good target here. So again, I'm seeing the similar game that was played in semifinals by Ayaz. Just keep rotating, keep rotating. There is a delivery, a bad delivery, or a delivery that goes in his favor. That's the one that he will be targeting.
And that's probably one of the most difficult thing, when you know you can hit it and you don't.
Especially in 2020, right? I
Right?
mean,
And
everybody
there he
wants to
goes.
strike. Everybody wants to, uh, you know, not deal in singles and doubles. They would rather have big boundaries come
Mhm.
and have have the team the run rate go over 8, 9, 10 and over. But again, it's the conditions today. It seems much better than what we have played in the past couple of weeks, where there's a lot of dew, which also comes in and into play. But today it's a nice dry wicket, and I think 140, 150 would be a good target here.
Yeah, I agree. And one thing about Anjuman is, they keep on taking these singles, and it seems like they're going a little bit slower. For example, right now the run rate is around 6.51, about 51 runs of 7.5 overs. But suddenly they have the potential to just pull it through. They'll have two
Well,
15, 20 over 20 run overs, and they'll be suddenly at 40. Look at that. That's just a small nudge, a chance for a run out, and there's one more. Wow. So there's been two run outs.
yeah, I think there was a miscommunication from the batsman and the non-striker, maybe just taken off without looking at where the ball landed. I think it went directly into the hands of the fielder. That
Eh,
unfortunate wicket, but I think that's part of the T20 game, right? Where everything happens so quickly, it's hard for you to, if you don't control these things, it's really hard for one to get back into the game.
So as you can see, the scorecard: Imran Taylor bowled initially by Amin for 5, and a couple of runouts right now. Once Jamil Vohra, and then now Sabir. Both have been run out. So it's all up to now. There used to be two W's in Pakistan, Wasim and Wakar. With the Anjuman, there is two A's, Ashif and Ayaz. So it's up to them how far Anjuman team goes.
And Ashif, I don't think will be batting coming to bat for another couple of wickets, right? Ashif is the type of batsman who only needs maybe 4 or 5 overs for him. He's a very aggressive bat, as we all know. So for him to go at this stage when there are still 13 overs, I don't think that is the plan that Anjuman's having. Uh, the new batsman I believe is Viral. Again, someone who really likes to keep rotating. Uh, if there is a ball to hit, only those are the ones that he will strike. This pair here would be a key in making sure that they get to that 140, 150 mark.
Well, I think the platform's pretty set, right? 51 for 4 after 8 overs. There's 12 overs to go. Ashif in the wings, Ayaz at the crease. If there's a couple of overs, like 4 or 5 of overs of rotation, and just another 30, 40 runs that takes them to 70 or 80 odd, I think they can finish strong with the last 6 overs, get 60, and be at 150 at the end of 20.
I think Anjuman should be looking to save their wickets for the last 5 overs. They should need not, as you mentioned, they need not to go after big shots unless and until there are balls for you to strike. The focus here should be to keep rotating and getting those singles and doubles. Uh, Ensure they have at least a minimum of 5 wickets on hand uh, at the around the 15th or 16th over mark. एक वो बना लें
Uh, couple of nice deliveries. This boy is pacey. I've seen him. I've never batted against him, Prithvish, but he's a pretty pacey gentleman. But what's interesting to me even more so is how Usher's keeping up. That's just I think it's just so amazing to see a pacey bowler coming in at that pace and a wicket keeper standing up and being able to
and
collect all kinds of deliveries.
I think that is the key, right? For someone to keep up at that pace and to be able to not let the batsman move the feet is what's causing the batsmen the issues that they're having right now, right? They're not able to get to the pitch of the ball, which is not allowing the batsman to keep rotating the strike.
Absolutely, and also one of the things is that I must say they're trying to cut him a lot, perhaps less on the front foot.
And I think it's the line that's doing the trick for him.
Yeah.
He's bowling right outside off stump, putting it in the good length area. Again, with Usher keeping up, it is really hard for you to get to that the pitch of the ball.
There you have it, 3 dot balls, just one wide of that over so far. So a good comeback, ninth overs.
And couple of overs here like this will bring Park Gymkhana into
Yeah,
a really good situation where they haven't given much in the last 3 or 4 overs, and yet Anjuman still have lost couple of key wickets.
there's one shots up
and
in
there
the
is
air, and
I think better attempt could have had.
mm, it's a
Could
nice
have
throw though.
Yes,
Look at that
absolutely
arm.
good throw directly into keeper's hand there. Who
Let's
is
see.
that fielder there?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Again, there's a tap and run. That's what they need to do. Bakshi seems a little injured. He tried to hop through this one. But I think that's the key. You can tap and run. You can tap and run all the time. So more of that would help preserve wickets and give them a good launching pad.
Yes, but I think the same has to go from both ends, right? If one batsman is taking those and then creating those dot balls, the pressure will build.
Absolutely. And to me, that's why this is a little bit of an interesting delivery up because I has been on that non-striker for the last four
Again, there was
balls.
a dot ball. So 4 dots, one wide, and 2 singles.
And there you have it. This is a nice over by Prithvish. Only 51, 4 wickets down after 8.
Apologies, there were 3 singles in that over.
That's a
Okay,
dot ball.
that was
Lots of dot balls.
lots of
Last
dot
eight,
ball in
9
last year.
deliveries, there's been like 5 or 6 dot balls. So this is an interesting piece of the game right now. Let's see what happens on the next one. Bakshi adjusting his field, moving a lot of weight on the offside. Seems like he's found
I
his
think he's
line.
bowling that off line consistently. So
There you
that
go.
move is that's a better throw needed.
Youngster, very hard hitter, known to the league, Salman Kuppi. We always look forward to his batting, but seems like he's always had some issues with the back, so fielding might be a little bit of a off thing. And here's Bakshi coming in again. Nice bowling. It's pretty tight.
Nice bowling. Yes, the length is not there to pull, not to play drive.
So nothing loose here from Pak Gymkhana. Ayaz and Viral are trying to get out of this pressure hold, but Pak Gymkhana holding tight.
I think that has gone the distance. It is a 6, I believe.
And there's the commentator's curse for Bakshi. Just said he was bowling well, no loose balls. And there's the half tracker. Got what it deserved, I think, Charlie.
Yes. If again the 3 balls that he bowled were right on off stump, and the line was maintained and kept well. That one mistake you make, and then it's a T20. You will pay for it.
Absolutely. Let's see what he comes back with. Nicely bowled, nicely played, good cricket all around. It's a good comeback.
There's one more delivery to go.
And here's Bakshi for his last ball, and he's got the wicket. Wow, played all over that one, Charlie.
Yes. I think he completely missed the line there. I think in 2 minds there.
I think playing for the turn, and then it didn't turn.
2 minds,
it
yes.
just went on to hit the stump.
Looking to rotate, trying to take that single in last ball.
Well, nice crowd. We're going to open up dinner in about 45 minutes or so. We've got a nice crowd. We've got our DJ services from DJ Noman of Yechi's Entertainment. So if you have any parties or any events where you need DJ services, I don't know anybody better than DJ Noman, who always, he's got the nice chokka, chakka, all kinds of stuff for the cricket game. Nice stuff for the wedding. So he does a wonderful job with all the events, DJ Noman.
He keeps up with his music.
Absolutely. He's got nice, fresh playlist. And a very, actually, he's a pretty decent cricketer as well, if you've never seen him play.
Yeah, he's not played for Midwest in last few years now, but I believe he's had a team in one of the Unity Cup that we were.
Well, he was playing for the Chicago Hawks this year in Division 2 30-30. Unfortunately, they didn't make it to the next level of competition, but he played
yes,
for.
Of course, he is a good cricketer.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He's got nice bowling action. He bats well. He runs. He talks a lot. He's got a very good chatter on him.
We are doing behind the mic. It should be him behind the
Absolutely, we should call no one over here. I hope you guys are enjoying our live broadcast. I want to recognize CricClubs, especially our producer here, Omer Khan, who has traveled all the way from Virginia, or some part of Texas, I think. Columbia. South Carolina. And he's traveled all the way from South Carolina to bring you this live action. Thank you to our partners at CricClubs, Ganesh and Visu, who have been wonderful and invested into Midwest Cricket Conference on bringing this cricket to your living room. So a big round of applause for them.
Start of the 11th over. I believe that is Kamran Sayed.
Nicely bowled, but nicely dug out. Nicely dug out. And I was trying to say it's go for 2, but suddenly it's just not happening. Kamran Sayed.
So Ashif has now walked in. The 5th wicket. Good cut shot there. Definitely deserves a 2 there. The change in the field. Another fielder has been moved to the off. A single has been taken on the first delivery there. Let's see if this Shiraz would be a good matchup here. I think Bakshi, the captain of the Pak Gymkhana, bowling to Ashif. Let's see what the plans are. Whether they want to
Oh,
play
there's
him.
a small one that could have gone for a big one, but lucky to get away with that,
I think they
Charlie.
should go.
Are they going for three? Look at that.
There could have been a three there.
how many wicket keepers would go to deep fine leg to grab that ball in the league?
That shows the quality of a cricketer, right?
Yeah.
The commitment.
So absolutely, I don't want to put Ashar on the spot, but it's definitely above 30, possibly under 40. But look at that speed, look at that commitment to the game and his fitness. He's such a valuable player for any team he plays for.
Absolutely.
Let's see what Bakshi brings up. Another short one, and he goes for it. And could it be taken? No, but Kami is there. Easily two, usually with Kami's, but he's got a good arm. Once he gets to the ball, he grabs
If he swings it around, yes,
yeah, absolutely. He's got a good arm. It's just getting to the ball that has becoming difficult for Kami lately. Put on some weight, and obviously we're all getting old. And that's
he's bowling short of length here.
And that could go for a 4. And it does go for a 4, I think.
No, I think. Was it picked before?
Yes,
there was only 2 runs
only
given.
2 runs. So 77 for 5 after 11.4. I'm still.
I think the last 2 overs that has been good for Anjuman. They would consider, given the fact that they've lost 5 wickets. They've in last over I believe scored about 10, 11 runs, and this over, I think they're going about 6 or 7 already. There's 2 deliveries left.
Bakshi comes in to bowl again. Ashif was trying to take the charge, and then step and run. That's it's so hard to stop this in non-professional R level cricket. It's so hard to stop this tap and run, and everybody should anybody who's looking at the game just get to the ball, tap it, and if you can run and you're fit, you'll get the score.
And this is something for the teams to learn. T20 is not all about hitting, right? T20 also involves a game that.
Do you think it's gonna go for it? That's a 6. Wow.
That is a 6. Just landed out.
Do you
there
think
was a good stretch made by Najmi there. Unfortunately, he could not get their hands together and catch that one. So again, a good over. 13 runs came off of that over. So 84 for 5 after 12.
84 for
8
5.
more overs to go.
Nice, I love it. It's been a nice night. Unusually warm. Usually in the last week it's been cold. This has been a very nice night. It's nice night to be out with your kids. I'm sorry, Mahad, if you're watching. I know I was supposed to pick you up, but too much stuff to do. But I hope you can enjoy your game here on the CricClubs live stream done by Umair and Midwest Cricket Conference.
Yes, we do miss him here today. I mean, he's someone who likes to come, and especially for events like this, right? He is being missed. So, Mahad, apologies from your dad and from your uncle also that he couldn't bring you here, but hopefully in the day finals you're able to get him to the ground.
Absolutely, absolutely. We also want to send a big shout out to our partners of CCUSA, Cricket Council USA, who have been amazing in supporting cricket in Chicago, partners with Midwest Cricket Conference, going through some hurricane issues and some storms. We just wish them all the best, Mac Qureshi and family, and our family of everybody at Cricket Council USA. And just to remind everybody, we've got US Open coming up in the end of October. So if you're interested in playing quality level cricket, you have to register for US Open in 2017.
Absolutely. What an amazing tournament that will be.
Yes.
So if I'm planning to attend. There's been the last 4 or 5 tournaments I've not been able to go, but I'm planning to make it for this one. So
yes, and we're also evaluating possibly, if you're watching this, you're a Midwest Cricket Conference premier player and you're one of the regular players in Midwest Cricket Conference, work with our selection committee to see if we're possibly planning. If we get enough talent, we'll probably field a team at the US Open this year.
It would be a nice thing to do, right? Have a team representing Midwest Cricket Conference to field a team in a tournament of that size, and that a popular tournament like that, which has been there for every year. and it's gaining its popularity by year. So
And the most important thing is Kami comes into ball. Nice
good shot
shot,
there.
and that could go for a 4. Absolutely.
Really great
What a
shot there.
nice pickup shot there was by Ashif Patel. He's
I think the two coming in have really pushed onto that run rate in the last couple of overs.
And you only need one boundary in about 10 balls is what I would reckon. Anything else, you get 6, 1 run on each delivery on 9 balls, and you get one boundary. That's 15 runs in 15 runs in just under 2 overs. So that's, more than 8 runs an over. Pretty lovely setting. I'm just loving the climate today. It's just been nice. Kami comes into ball again.
Another good shot.
Could it be 2, Charlie? What do you think?
Should be 2. Easy 2.
There you go. Nice arm, I think. A little late to the ball, but one short run. There it is. Yusuf Bhai is saying there's one short.
Well, they ran 2, but only given 1.
So there you go. It's always better to not just touch, but deep touch into that line. Let's see what Ashif does. Oh,
was there an opportunity?
Another swing and a miss.
I heard a noise.
I did too, but I think it was a bump. Kami's kind of pacey. He's at a short run up, but he can throw that target in.
And that he's got that variation also, that the one that he spins rather than cutting.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the one that the batsman should watch out for. Is the one that goes away from you. So the score is 91 for 5 in 13 overs.
Najmi is bowling. Najam Bakshi.
We have a new bowler coming in. Najam Bakshi.
One of the premier off-break bowlers in the league.
And he bowled the super over in the semi-finals against Deccan Mavericks. Very good over. Gave only 5 runs in a super over. And that's a quality of bowling that
absolutely. I wish he was a little bit more committed, a little bit more serious to take his cricket to the next level like Shahir is and Fahad Babar is, because he could have gone places.
There's also been an injury, a knee injury that he's carrying.
You know all about knee injuries, Charlie.
Yes. Gone through it myself, so yes.
Well, that's
very
a hard
painful, very hard to come back to, but by grace of God, been able to.
May God keep you and everybody healthy, all part of our Midwest Cricket Conference family. We wish all the best, and a good season is the one where we've not had a major injury. And
no, none that I've heard of. Yes.
Let's keep it that way. I hope we don't jinx it. Najmi comes into bowl, and it's a faster one. That's the one that takes the cut and it takes the edge off and into the keeper's glove. That's the one you gotta play on the front foot.
Yes. I think the length of his deliveries is what does the trick for him. It's never full, it's never short. So it is really hard for when batting against Najmi to really look at the length and play to the merit of the ball rather than just trying to go blind swing.
Yeah, that's a good single snap.
That was a good save. Could have been a better effort in the throw.
It could all be better, Charlie. Let's give these guys a little bit of a slack. We're all just weekend cricketers, so that stop is good enough for me.
Yes, yes.
Well, there you go.
The ball was still in his hand.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that was a good delivery.
I think that was a good ball, but I was expecting that Ashif would kind of bat through, because that would make the game interesting.
I think there's
I
still
don't know.
6 more overs to go after this.
Six
and
more overs. I
6
don't
down
know
might put
what kind of fireworks are available at Anjuman's discretion right now.
this is Illinois. We don't allow fireworks.
But here we are.
So
Let's see what
I
happens.
think there is I think Motion is the person that just gone into bat. Again, someone who can rotate at the same time, someone who can also strike. But the key thing for Anjuman now is to that Ayaz bats sees the 20th over.
Folks, we'll take a quick break. We've got the scorecard upgraded. Some of the names are incorrect because of the roster entries that have been made. We'll be fixing those in the innings break and making sure you see an accurate scorecard with the right names. Right now, they're at 91 for 5 after 13. But they've been a couple of dot balls, one single, so around 92 for 6 now. So only 4 wickets left, and Mohsin just walked in. Najmi coming in to bowl again, and this is how, it's kind of very tight. Najmi is bowling really well. It's on the 4th or 5th stump, and he's bowling so well. It's just there's no space to cut. There's no short balls to pull. There's not much to do with this kind of delivery. Just kind of tap it.
Okay, guys, this is your commentator Yaqub, and with me is Chirag Mamba Patel here, and Kami bowling, and Ayaz, nice shot to mid wicket.
Almost.
Yeah, seems
boundary,
like
but-
outfield is pretty good, Chirag.
Yes, it is. Very fast outfield. Awesome weather as well. 82 degrees showing right now.
Is Kami bowling spin, or he
no,
just
he
by
just
the
take-
age he got slow,
Yep.
or it's on camera it looks like he's bowling slow.
No, it's he's slowing. Actually, bowling only a couple steps. I mean, he's bowling slow right now.
I know Kami. I mean, even with 2 steps, I've seen like bowling really fast.
But
That's a good
he's
ball.
doing a great. Ashar's doing amazing job keeping up. Obviously, he's one of the best wicketkeeper batsmen that Midwest got it.
Seems like they're
Look at that. Ball is traveling very fast. Outfielding is amazing, as you said.
2 run by Mohsin. He played a cut shot on Kami. Very beautiful ground. So Chirag, what's your prediction on this?
The way it seems like right now, Pak is on top of the game right now. The way they're bowled and fielded, it's really good. The boundary line is a little short. Another quick single by
I think
Ajaz
that's the
Patel.
standard nowadays in T20. Smaller boundaries, so you can have more fireworks, more entertaining games. And
that's
Ayaz, I think he's the key man for Anjuman right here. What do
Yes,
you
it
think?
is indeed. Ayaz and Mohsin is, I think, that's the last pair that I know that this is the best pair that could go all the way. But still 5 more overs to go, so let's see. Oh, wide and almost to the boundary. Not 4 yet. One more run. Mohsin wants to take it, but Ayaz said no to that. 100 up for Anjuman in 14.4 over. But the big part of Anjuman is they lost 6 wickets. Another white by Kami. Well keep by Usher. Oh, cut shot by Ayaz. He'll be looking for 2 runs here. Very nice shot. He's playing very sensible today. Playing his captain's inning. Very good batsman. 24 ball, 16 runs Ayaz. But looks like the storm is about to come from Ayaz. He's very known well hitter in Midwest.
He's not playing. I know he's a very explosive player up the order. So it's all the pressure is on Ayaz right now.
Yes, it is.
And last 30 balls, the final game. So it's a big game, pressure game. Here comes Najmi. He's bowling really good. Good shot. Most likely a single. Oh, he missed it. It's a lightning fast
misfilled by
outfield.
Cheyenne.
It's a 4.
And it is 4 run on a mid wicket by Ayaz.
I think a little short by Najmi. Najmi needs to bowl a little bit full. It was a very short and easy shot on mid wicket by us. That's the line I would say.
Ayaz is opening up his bat now.
One more 4. What an
Another
outfield.
4.
Lightning out,
Same
fast
spot,
outfield.
same ball. Ayaz is Ayaz doing his job right now. He opened up his bat now. The way you were talking right now, that only 30 balls to go.
Yeah, I asked, like he's very strong on mid wicket area, and outfield is beautiful. It's like lightning fast, and ball is
But have
traveling
you
really
noticed,
good.
Jakub, that he's picking up the bad balls only?
I don't know. The last ball was pretty full, and I think it was on the offside, and he shuffled and it played on the leg side.
Yep.
So he's taking some risk here. See, that's on the offside. Very good line by Najmi.
Yep.
And that stays a little bit low, I guess. Good keeping.
That's his weakness, though, by the way, Ayaz Patel. If you give him block balls and offside, he will not touch it, or he won't.
That's a bad ball. That's on the leg side, and
And
outfield is fast,
seems
like I said, and it's a 4.
It is a
Nice shot by Ayaz. Very nice shot. Ayaz leading by example here. Captain's knock. Seems like it, Chirag.
Yep. Amazing batsman, man.
Ayaz on 29 balls. Mohsin is just hanging there. 3 runs on 4 balls. Anjuman 117 for 6. 26 balls remaining.
As long as Ayaz keeps his strike, I believe that this score can pass 160 plus.
Already 12 runs in 4 balls. Smart batting. Single. Could have been 2.
Yep.
Ayaz not taking any chances on running.
Yep. They've already gotten 2 runouts right now. They're already struggling for that.
So what do you think Mohsin's role going to be here? Is he going to give a strike to Ayaz, or he's going to go for a big shot as well?
No, as long as I know Mohsin, he's a very sensible bat. He's not their hitter, so he will keep rotating the strike and giving it to Ayaz, as that's the last known hitter in Anjuman. So he will keep giving the strike to Ayaz Patel.
But I think only 4 overs left, which is like 24 balls. At some point, I think Mohsin has to take and try.
Yes, he will. But I still, 4 overs to go, still a lot of balls. I think Mohsin will just go for the last 2 overs, and not right now.
So what do you think the target will be here? 140 is a good target to defend?
Oh, yes. Anjuman got a very deep bowling lineup, so it will be very good score for 140, 145. That will be amazing score. And again, if Ayaz stays till the end, this score could be about 155 to 160.
155, 160. I think he has to go. He has to go on a sixth gear, I guess. But I think 140 chasing at night is going to be a decent score.
Yes, it is. It's just the last game against Anjuman against Challengers. They chased 140, which was on a last ball. So, yes, it is going to be very hard for Pak Gymkhana. It's not going to be easy score.
What a shot by Ayaz, but there's a man out there and he drops.
Oh.
I think it's going to be costly. I think it was a chance, Chirag. It was a chance.
Yes, it was a chance. I think the person who dropped it was...
I think he wasn't ready
Cheyenne?
or he wasn't moving with the ball. I think it was a chance and a costly drop.
I think it was Cheyenne.
Cheyenne once again struggling on the field. Ahmad Bakshi not happy with that. Swing and a miss.
Oh,
Swing and a miss. It's on the offside, like you said, Chirag. That's Ayaz's weakness on the offside.
yes, it is. As long as you pitch him on offside, he will not do anything.
And keeper is standing up, so there's no room. He can't go out and out of his crease and hit.
Yes.
It seems like he has to stay on his crease and hit.
And here he goes, Prithwesh, and
Oh
another
my
great
God,
shot.
That's a good shot. That's
That
six.
is out of the park.
And good catch by our spectator right there. I hope there's a prize money for that.
Nope.
Ayaz looking good. Playing a captain's inning here.
Yes.
He's on 40. He just need 10 runs.
For his
And he's
50.
helping his team here. What a player Ayaz is. Again and again, he showed us like he's a big player.
Yes, it is. If you remember, I don't know if you seen the last game against Challengers. He batted so sensible, very batted. Again, after
Good
4 and a
single. That's a good
6.
single. Good single by Ayaz. He's playing very smart, like Chirag is saying. And at one point, Chirag, Ayaz was like 17 runs on 24 balls.
No,
Now he's on 41 on 34 balls.
he was actually 21 ball, 11 run actually. Then
Very
it just-
smart player. Very smart player. Very impressive. Very impressive inning by Ayaz so far. These guys, these guys always find a way to give you a good score and entertaining game.
Yes, it is. Anjuman is known for that. They have almost in their whole community, they have almost 50, 60 players.
That's on the leg side. It's a very fast field and it's
Yes,
4.
it is gone for 4.
I think it's a 1 bounce 4. That's good as the outfield right now. So even for Park, this is a good sign. For like drives like that, it's going all the way to the boundary. I haven't seen Hanover Park like that.
Oh yes, it is. Pak Gymkhana has got very deep batting lineup. So let's see what it comes up with. And as I was talking about, 133 is already here, so it could pass 160, right?
Yeah, Chirag looking like they can reach 160 right now.
Yes.
If Mohsin's gonna help too, and it's a
another slice, and it's gone for 4.
it's a miss hit, but it's a 4.
Yes.
They're gonna take runs anyway. So 2 boundaries. I think 4 boundaries in this over. Very costly over. Very costly over.
19 runs in this over.
Yeah.
That is very costly. It's run rate has passed over 8 now. So 136 for 6 and 17 overs. Mohsin opening up now. Ayaz Patel doing his job. So as long as they keep rotating their strike, they could. The batsmen just need to pick their bad balls and then just go for it now. 3 overs to go, 4 wickets in hand. So they're going to open up now.
Chirag, that's the business end of the inning. And looks like they're going pretty well. Ayaz and Mohsin. Mohsin has speed up his innings too. He's going for the shots. And here's the scorecard here. Ayaz not out 41. And Mohsin is 11 on 7. And they have Arif, Javed, and Riyaz next. And I think Arif and Javed, they both can hit too.
Yes, they can. Javed, I know he is a very slugger. From first ball, he will just go for it. But wait, let's see if these two can finish the inning. Now, actually, I'm going to change my number to 175. If this 2 can stay all the way.
I would believe you, Chirag, the way they are going. Last 2 overs, very good for Anjuman and not good for Pak Gymkhana. And that's a shot. That's a 6 right here on the commentary box. What a shot. What a shot by Ayaz. Ayaz playing life of his. Ayaz on 47. He needs 3 runs for his valuable innings. Asmar is enjoying there.
Yes, Amin Kilani is the bowler.
I mean, he's a bowler. First ball 6.
First ball 6. So the
that's a
bowlers.
confidence. That's a good confidence for Anjuman and Ayaz.
Yep. And obviously, bowler's confidence is low right now because he got hit for 6.
There's a commentary
and a
box
wide.
right here. You can see me and Chirag. And that's a wide ball.
Amin Gilani under pressure as he got hit for first 6. Now wide.
And it was a first ball, like 6. 6 on the first ball, like mess up your line of
length. As you can see the Anjuman supporters on the screen right now.
I can see there's a good crowd today.
Yep, and they're all pumped up.
They're all pumped up. Nice weather. If anyone's watching and live close by, please stop by and see the game live.
Oh, very good single.
Very sensible.
Quick
very
single.
sensible running by Ayaz. He wants to take his inning to the last ball, I guess.
Yes,
what do you think, Chirag?
Yep, it is. 36 ball, 48 run. He just pumped up his inning.
And I love watching Ayaz innings. I mean, this guy can turn the game away at any time. Ayaz looking hot. Mohsen is playing well too. He's contributing. Amin's getting ready. What he's gonna bowl, Chirag?
Yorker.
Ball?
Yorker.
No, it's a full length ball. He missed. He missed that. It was actually on the offside to hit.
Yep. He had his room, but again, a lot of players are not good offsiders as
I think he stayed in his crease. He wasn't moving. His feet were like jammed.
I don't know, Yaku. Have you noticed in Midwest League, whenever the player comes from outside, they have to get used to of this pitch, the ground, the grass that we have at Heavy. And
but Chirag, there's no wind today, so
this ground is amazing. They're very fast right now. Ooh,
again,
swing and a miss.
Yeah, he's trying to hit offside ball toward mid wicket. I think it's not a good idea. He has to play the ball on the merit. I think it's a very fast outfield. He should take the advantage of that and hit on the offside. It probably might go for 4.
Yes, it will.
I think that's what Ayaz has talked to him. Play the ball on the merit. It's on the offside. Played on the offside. Let's see what he's going to ball. Full on the off. It's in the middle, and he blocked it. Good comeback by Amin. Last 4 balls, dot balls.
3 balls.
Sorry, last 3 balls, dot balls.
6 wide single and 3 dots.
Good recovery by Amin.
Last ball to go. Let's see what Amin is going to come up with now.
It's already 145 Chirag, so we're looking at 160. I think 160 is very reachable right now.
Yes, 160. It is not going to be easy for Pak Gymkhana.
No, it's not gonna, because Anjuman has a good bowling, but I'm not sure about their fielding. And that's a single. I asked my want to take second run, but no, they stopped. Good throw.
Good throw by Najmi.
Najmi.
And 9 runs came off this over. Mohsin, 10 ball, 11 run. And Ayaz going very great. 36 ball, 48 run. Anjuman, 145 for 6 in 18 overs. I'm sorry, 146 for 6 in 18 overs.
Jamil Wara is with me. What happened, Jamil? You got out? What's going on, man?
Man, unlucky I'm run out. But today I miss my best buddy, Hassan. I love you, buddy.
I love Ehsan too. He scored like 50, quick 54 in our playoff game, but unfortunately he got out on the boundary. And I was talking to Jamil Wara. I know Jamil Wara from a very long time. We used to play in ACC, and he's a very dangerous batsman. And he always hit me. I mean, for some reason. Why, Jamil? Why you hate me that much?
It's
He's
not
not
the
gonna answer
hate, Jakub. You think that it's a hate, but it's just
It's the love. Okay.
It's a love that's running. The score is 18 overs, 146 for 6. Anjuman, Mohsin on strike. Usher trying to set up the field, taking over the captainship job.
Is Usher gonna bowl medium pace or he's gonna bowl spinning over here, Chirag?
No, Usher is the keeper.
Keeper. Okay, who's bowling there?
Najmi is the bowler.
Najmi is the bowler. Sorry, guys. Najmi on the strike. Very good ball by Najmi.
Good
Okay,
ball.
Jamil Wara is back, and he's gonna answer like, why Jamil always hit me? Like, this is Yakub from Skokie Pets, and whenever I ball Jamil, he's always gonna hit me like 6 and 4s. Why Jamil?
Because my job to hit the 6 and 4 and give him to good total first 6 over to my team. To have a good total like end of the 30 overs like 160, 170. So we can defend our bowler, you know.
Jamil, he's a very
Ayaz
political
getting
answer,
mad on
but the real answer is Yakub is so easy bowler to hit. So that's the. But Jamil is a very good friend of mine, and he's not gonna say that. And it's
And it
2
is,
runs right there.
it has
I think
stopped-
it's a 3. They're coming back for 3. Very nice batting by Anjuman. Anjuman dugout looks very happy right now. At one point, there's a silence in Anjuman dugout. Now they're like all over the place, Chirag.
Yes, it is. Ayaz and Mohsin has done a great job. I think 40 plus, no, 30 or 40 plus run partnership right now.
Look at
the-
Mohsin's score, like you were saying, he's just takes singles and doubles, but now he's taking 2 runs, hitting boundaries, and taking 3 runs. So very good batting by Mohsin there.
Yep.
Ayaz on the strike. What's Najmi gonna ball? There's a change of field there. People.
Ayaz is gonna open up. Yes.
I think that's a
wow.
6. That's a 6.
Amazing
That's out of
shot.
the park. That's out
Out
of the park. Ayaz, that's a overpitch ball. You can't bowl overpitch to Ayaz at this time,
And
Chirag.
it is 50 for Ayaz. 54 in 37 ball. Amazing batting, boy.
So Chirag, what do you think Najmi's gonna ball next? Overpitch is not the answer.
No, it's gonna be a good length delivery and offside. Let's see what Najmi is coming around the wicket. He just switched his side.
Najmi in
That
pressure
might
right
be a
now.
bad decision by
Ayaz, look at
Najmi.
his stance. He look confident. And one more shot. It's in the air. Fielder's down there, and he dropped it. It was a tough catch, but they took 2 runs. Nice batting by Ayaz. Some luck, and that's what Anjuman needs. That's what Ayaz need, and that's what we need. We want a good score here, and we need a good game.
Yes. Prithvish dropped that one. It's pretty good fielder. Oh,
Good
that's
shot.
out of the park again.
I think that one bounce forward. That's a 6, Chirag.
6. It is 6. Arshad Bhai just our umpire and our prediction guy.
Their analyst, Arshad Yusuf, very good umpire. I have Salman with me, Bolingbrook Salman, and he's very shy. You're not on the camera. It's just your voice.
Yes.
So what do you think, Salman? What do you think about this atmosphere? What do you think about the cameras? What's your thoughts on it?
It's very nice, you know, the camera work, these guys are doing a really good job, and they have a good score, and they put up very good total, 163 for 6 in 19 overs, you know. It's tough to chase under lights.
So since we have a little break here, Salman, let's talk about the semifinal that you're gonna face against Deccan Mavericks. What are your prediction? What are you expecting from the Deccan Mavericks? You know their batting lineup's solid. What are your plans for keeping it under what your thinking goal is?
It's, you know, it's a semifinal, you know, it's a good team, that's why they're in semifinal. So I think it's going to be the game of the nerves, you know, who controls the nerves, you know, on the day of the semifinal. It's a cricket is a, you know, the game of a day, man. Whoever performs better is gonna be good at the final. So we're gonna try. to
Okay,
get
that's the
them
last
out, you
over,
know.
Chirag. Sorry, I'm cutting you, Salman, here, but that's getting very intense over here. 163. Chirag, you're on the roll. Your prediction on the roll this year.
Yes.
Very good single by
Single.
Mohsin.
Very good batting by Mohsin because he wants to give the strike to Ayaz because he is hitting this ball out of the park. He's hit so far 4 sixes and 4 fours.
Let's see what Amin's gonna ball next.
And he did all this damage in last 18 balls only. If you think about it, like
that's a textbook inning by Ayaz. That's how you play T20.
Yes.
Ayaz, man, what a player. Awesome player, Ayaz.
He was at 11 run in 21 balls. So last 18 balls, he has scored 51
That's
run.
out of the park. That's
And
right here.
that
That's a
is-
6. There's no way it's a catch. That's a 6. That's out of the park. Najmi, he tried his hard, but that's a 6. Ayaz, he's a dangerous man. He's looking very good here.
40 balls, 68 runs.
Amin, out of
Amazing bat
ideas,
bowling.
Chirag. What's your next prediction on Amin's bowling?
Now
It's 170 already. You should have said 180, Chirag.
No, I was first I said 165 because Ayaz was batting, and if this two can stay all the way, I was saying
I think
175.
Chirag, you should buy a lotto or something, man. You're getting prediction on the spot. I think that's a 1 run right there. So last 3 balls, Mohsin. Let's see what Mohsin's gonna do here. Is he gonna go for a big shot or he's gonna give it to Ayaz? Chirag?
No, I think he's just gonna go for it. It's last 3 balls left. 3 balls left. He has
But
nothing to
sometimes you
lose.
go and you try to hit hard and you miss the ball. So I think Mohsin should give it to Ayaz. Ayaz, he's in form. I think that should be a single and give last 2 balls to Ayaz.
Oh,
Don't try to hit and miss. Hit and miss. We can't afford here. Let's see what Amin's gonna do. That's a single
Oh.
right there. That's a single. Najmi has a good arm. Yeah, Ayaz not
There-
gonna take the second. That's very smart by Ayaz. Very smart by Ayaz. Very smart by Mohsin.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I mean, looks out of options here. I think 2 balls left, 172. Ayaz on the strike. Here comes Amin. That's a full ball, and that's out of the park, I guess. Or that's
No.
a catch. Oh, he's dropped a shot, dropped another.
2 runs.
2 runs. Ayaz running on a luck too.
Ayaz got 3 chances so far today. And we have Asif Patel with the commentator, so we're gonna invite him for some amazing hitting. He's the one who started this hitting.
Okay, Chirag,
this
that's the
part.
last ball.
So-
What do you think? What do you think Ayaz will do here? I think he's gonna go.
It is going to be 2 runs. It is going to be 2 runs.
Here comes Amin trying for a Yorker, and he missed it. He
Ooh,
bowled.
bowled.
Chirag, he bowled him out on the
Uh,
last ball. Very good inning
gonna
by
have,
Ayaz, 71, and Mohsin 70, and Anjuman ends up at 174 for 6, and Pak Gymkhana, they have to chase 175, and run rate is like almost 8.5, 9, so it's going to be a really good game. Not an easy chase for Pak Gymkhana.
Um, 174 Anjuman in 20 overs, 175 to win. Amazing score. Amazing inning by Ayaz Patel. 43 runs, 43 balls, 71 runs. With the amazing batting by Mohsin. He's supporter.
Okay, I have Ayaz with me.
16 ball, 17 run. Amazing. We're here with Ayaz Patel and Asif Patel. Please welcome. There, Asif Patel is.
Okay, guys, I have man of the Anjuman. Seems like man of the match inning by Ayaz, but it's too early to call man of the match. But very good performance, Ayaz. Very calculated innings. What were you thinking when Anjuman was down and you were like dictating. You were going very slow basically, and then all of a sudden you put the fifth gear and you end up like 175 for Anjuman. What was your thinking?
No, I was thinking like first of all I was trying to settle down. Then
Okay, bas. Oh, boy.
yeah, and so the bat was coming like good.
Kayula.
In the beginning, I was trying to play slow, and because we lost the wickets early, so I was trying to save the wickets. And in the last 4 or 5 overs, I was trying to. That was the strategy. Last 4 overs, if I on the field, then I will like hit hard. That was that was the main strategy.
Seems like your plan worked. And last 4 overs, like very entertaining. And you guys, like both you and Mohsin, like I think you guys scored like Chirag. They scored in last 4 overs. I think 50 plus run, I guess.
Yes, it is. They were at 140 and 16.
Okay, Ayaz, before I let you go, I'm gonna ask you like, do you think, are you confident your bowlers can defend this total?
Yeah, of course, I'm confident. We have a good bowling side like Asif and Javed, Viral. We have a good spinner attack. So definitely we will try our best to.
One last question: do you think catching is the key over here?
Oh yeah, that's the most important thing. If you catch, then you're gonna win it.
Good luck, Ayaz. Very good inning. Now we have Ashif Patel.
Asif Patel, who's the one who started the building inning when Ayaz was going very slow, and Ayaz was very going slow, and Asif Patel, who is the one who started the hitting, 12 ball, 24 runs. I'm gonna start my commentary in my our native language, Gujarati. Ayaz, કેવી રહી batting?
બેટિંગ બહુ સારી રહી અને આજે કીધું હતું કે ગ્રાઉન્ડ પર જેટલો ટાઈમ ઊભો રહે તેટલો ટાઈમ ઊભો રહી છે અને મને ખબર છે કે તું તારા શોટ મારી શકે અને તું લોંગ શોટ રમી શકે તો મેં કેપ્ટનને ફોલો કર્યા અને ટ્રાય ટુ માય બેસ્ટ ટુ પ્લે લોંગ શોટ.
હું એકચ્યુઅલી બહાર હતો બેટ અને મેં કહ્યું કે હજુ 7 જ 8 ઓવરમાં તું ગયો હતો 8 ઓવરથી ત્યારે તો મને એવું લાગ્યું કે આ હારો છે ને આ શાંતિથી બેસવાવાળો માણસ નહીં. મેં કીધું કે હજુ 12 ઓવર બાકી છે અને કે શાંતિથી બેસે પણ એકચ્યુઅલી ગુડ થિંગ દેટ ગુડ પ્લે સારું રમ્યો અને તે જ ઇનિંગ બિલ્ડ કરવાનું ચાલુ કર્યું અને પછી બધાને સપોર્ટ મળ્યો પાછળથી એટલે વેરી ગુડ ઇનિંગ બાય આસિફ. ઓકે, થેન્ક યુ.
Good luck, Ashif Patel. It's going to be a really good chase. And Pak Gymkhana, they got some score on the board and they have to bat really well. And Pak Gymkhana, they have a really good batting lineup, Chirag. So I think it's going to be a really good game against really good bowling.
Yes, Anjuman's got a very deep bowling lineup. They have to start with Javed Patel, a very pace bowler, very young, energetic player. Let's see what Pak Gymkhana is. If they can survive his bowling in the beginning, they can do it all the way. So
Since I have Mr. Predictor here, so what's your prediction from this point on?
Right now, I still think that Pak can pull this off. So it is going to be a last over game. So let's see if Pak can hold off their wickets for first 4-5 overs, scoring 6 and over. After that, they can go for it. If they do that, they will definitely win this game.
So who do you think is going to be a key player for Pak Gymkhana?
Pak Gymkhana, Ashar Mendy, and Kabir Hussain.
What about Kamran? I mean, he's always deadly in T20 tournaments.
I have played him and I have seen him. He is a very dangerous batsman, no doubt. But recently, I haven't seen his knock. He's been off right now. So I'm debating on Ashar Mendy and Kabir Hussain this time.
Okay, guys, that's it for us for now. And we'll be right back shortly after 10-15 minutes of break.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, we're back. Ashif Patel bowling. 2 ball, 1 run. Amin on a strike. Ashif Patel charging in. What a shot by Amin. On the leg side, I think it's a 6. What a shot. Good start by Gymkhana. It was on the leg side. Over pitch ball. Easy pickings. I think they're still looking for the ball. No, they got the ball. Ashif Patel, what he's thinking right now. 4 balls, 7 runs. Ashif Patel striking in. Once again, good shot by Amin. No man's land, and this is 4. Very fast outfield. Good start by Gymkhana. Ashif Patel out of ideas over here. 4 balls, 11 runs. I think no, 5 balls, 11 runs. Last ball. I think he's gonna finish strong over here. And it's on the leg side. That's a wide ball. Bad ball by Ashif Patel. That's what boundaries does to you. Not the start Anjuman wants. Let's see what Ashif Patel is gonna do over here. Good ball. One over gone. 12 run by Gymkhana. Good start by Pak. Coming on a face. And let's see who's gonna ball from Anjuman side. Ayaz, Anjuman's main man. He's gonna take the responsibility on bowling as well. I think Anjuman's plan here is to cut down the pace. Let's see if he's gonna work on that. Kami, I would say Kami is really good on spin. That's what we taught in Chicago Cup, and we introduced the spin, but he scored a lot of run on spin, so he's a good all-around player. I think it's a gamble which gonna cost Anjuman. Let's see. I think, in my opinion, they should have gone with Javed Patel. That's their key spear bowler. Let's see what Ayaz will do over here. First ball. What a shot. It's on the offside. Outfield is fast. I think it's going to go for 4. No, it's not. And they're going to take 2 runs. It's kind of like controversial action over here. I'm not sure when my co-commentator is going to come. There was a short pitch ball on the offside. Not a very good start by Ayaz. They one more flighted ball. Good ball. Carefully watched by Kamran. Any short ball and Kamran will hit out of the park. Ayaz has to be careful here. Good ball and good shot. And I think it's a 4. It's a 1 bounce 4. Like I said, Kamran is very good on spin. They should have gone with the pace, in my opinion. Over pitch, slow ball. It's not a good combination. Ayaz has to do something better here. Very good start by Gymkhana. And ground looks so good. Sliding fast. No wind. What a sweep shot. There's no one on mid-wicket. There's no one on mid-wicket, and that's a 4. There's a poor field placement. I don't know why there's no mid-wicket on a slow bowler. My apologies, guys. On the other end is Zohad. It's not Amin, it's Zohad. Zohad opening with Kamran and Gymkhana. Very good start. Not a good start by Anjuman. Let's see what Ayaz will do over here. 6 runs on 3 balls. It's not a white ball, carefully watched. And it's a dead ball for some reason, I don't know why. I'm not sure why it's a dead ball, but it's a dead ball anyway, so 4 balls, 10 runs. Not a good start by Ayaz. President of Midwest Cricket Conference gonna join me, Mr. Shiraz. Shiraz, very good atmosphere. And this is the first time I think we're doing live. So what do you think? In future, we're going to have more games we're going to do live?
Depends on the audience reaction, really, Yaqub. If we get the demand, obviously all of these things cost money. We are very happy that CricClubs has been our great partner who's been helped us contribute towards this effort, obviously. But if I think cricket is going in that direction, we're one of the largest leagues in the nation, and we have to spend where it matters, and this is the amount of cricket that we provide to our membership. This needs to be broadcasted at national level. So yes, our intent is there. Let's see how the funding flows, and hopefully we've got our partnerships with CricClub and other folks at CCUSA who can help get the games into your living rooms.
I think that's a great step by Midwest management. Very exciting. Last ball. And it's a cut, that's a catch, and he dropped it. That was an easy catch, Shiraz. That was an easy catch. What's your thoughts on it?
What can I say? I don't think they come any easier than that. My 8-year-old son, I think, would have made that one. But, it's cricket. It's those days, right?
Do you think the ball was spinning, or what happened? Like, I mean, is the nerves, the final nerves, or like what happened? It's an easy catch, then that's the chance they should have got it, I mean.
Anytime you start taking cricket, any component of cricket lightly, it's a game that does not forgive. It's a very unforgiving game. So if you're not up to the mark, you'll never end up on the right side of the event in a game. You'll always have to be ready. You got to take all part. I think he took it a little casually. That's coming. I'll just make it and celebrate, but ball has a different idea.
I think it's the nerves there. He got into nerves there, and was it Javed Patel or... I think it was Mohsen who dropped the catch, and let's see.
Riaz dropped the catch. I think one of the easiest way to see who dropped the catch is you have to see who went third man or farthest from the action, because that's the total reaction usually of a fielder when he drops the catch. He's the one who drops back.
Let's see, Shiraz, how costly it's gonna be. Looks like Zohad is playing very good, and that's a costly drop by Anjuman. Let's see what Mohsen can do over here. I think they should have gone with Javed Patel. I don't know why Javed Patel is not bowling. That's their key bowler, I think, Shiraz.
I think they're saving him for the end, right? He usually would come into the 13th over and finish the game on the 20th. So,
Shiraz, I think, like good ending, you also need good start. So I don't know why they haven't started. The ball is new, and I know Javed. He's a very quick bowler, and they should have gone with Javed Patel instead of Mohsin or Ayaz.
You know, Yaqub, people make some very weird decisions as a captain, and who can I ask this more than you? I believe you won the toss and put Deccan Mavericks into bat in the quarterfinal game.
Yeah,
Do you
Shiraz,
think that
you
was
know,
a team decision?
yeah, yeah, it was a team decision, and you know only the half story. We dropped 3 catches early on, and if we would have made those 3 catches, everyone will like, oh, Yaqub, you took a very good decision. So these talks are like after the fact talks, and we dropped like couple of easy chances.
It's a
and
nice
that
shot.
catch
Could it be a catch? Oh no, it's one dip and.
So yeah, Shiraz, I think I still believe it was a good decision. It's just a poor fielding, and if you're dropping 3 or 4 catches in a playoff game, then you don't deserve to be in the semifinal.
I completely agree with you. Obviously, I was just kidding. You know, as a captain, you do what's to the best of your knowledge and the best of your expertise. And once you've decided, you gotta stick with it. And you know, the team has to deliver. It's not about the captain deciding; it's the guys holding on to the catches.
Yeah, there's no I in the team, so it's a team sport. So everyone has to click. And in big game, the pressure got into us, and we dropped the easy chances. And Deccan Mavericks on that game, they haven't dropped any single catch.
What do you think about this? I'm gonna ask you a very interesting question, Yaqub. We just noticed umpire Asman Najam warning Mohsin that he's getting too close to the line to a no ball, right? But we never see an umpire go up to a batsman who's playing across the line with his leg right up to the stump. They never go up to a batsman and ask, you know what, you are too close to the stump, and if you play it like again, I'm gonna give you out. So why is this advantage given to the bowler all the time?
I think when you're batting, I think batsman has the advantage. It's a 4 right there, guys. It's raining 6s and 4s. Very good batting by Pak Gymkhana. And I'll get back to Shiraz's question here, because you gotta give all the room to the batsman to play the shot. That's why bowlers bowling to the batsman. So that's in my opinion. That's why there's no restriction on the batsman.
So that was a nice 4, and now it's a free hit. So Mohsin got close to the line, got warned, still didn't learn, and now it's a no ball, it's a free hit. Let's see what Kami does with it. Oh, it's a out, but it's a free hit. So if there's ever a time to play a bad shot,
I think Kami took the chance because he knew it was a free hit. So it was a hit or a miss kind of thing, and it was a miss for Kami. But Kami looks good here, and I don't know. I think Anjuman's thinking Kami's not a good slow ball player, but he is. Believe me, Kami is very good on the spin as well.
No, but if you have to pick a pacer or a spinner to bowl to Kami, I would always pick a spinner.
I would always pick a pacer on Kami because I think he's getting old and slow reflexes. Maybe like 5 years ago, yeah, I would agree with you, Shiraz.
Okay, well, then here we are, Yaqub. Let's see what he does with the spinner. Mohsin still got one delivery left, and he's gone for some runs. And Kami's really set Pak Gymkhana up nicely right now.
Kami on 17 on 12 balls. Very carefully played by Kami. It's 3 overs, 32. They are going pretty good, Pak Gymkhana. Very good start by Pak Gymkhana. So what do you think, Shiraz? What's the plan B for Anjuman?
There's no plan B. You know, Anjuman should have expected. The big hitters are always going to be coming out hitting that first 6 overs. I think Pak Gymkhana is going to get to 60. But the trick starts when the fielders drop back into the boundary. Because when that happens, you have to start running between the wickets. And Pak Gymkhana, in my opinion, is weak there, except for when Asher comes into bat and Najmi, because they're really good runners. But outside of that, it's big shot or the 14th. That's when the game will be decided.
Looks like they're gonna finish the game by the rate they're going in 15 overs. So let's see if Anjuman can put a brakes on Pak innings here. Ayaz once again, carefully played.
No. So Ayaz has been called again for a no ball. I think for a faster one, I would imagine I think it's one of the decisions that the leg umpire made. So he's not allowed or permitted to bowl any faster ones because there seems to be a bend in his arm. But we can't really judge a lot of that. But he's not been permitted to bowl the faster one.
So
That's a
Shiraz,
misfield right there.
you brought this up. That's a 4 by Zohad, or it's almost a 4. Sorry, it's 2 runs.
What a throw. Look at that. Go past the keeper, deep down. What a nice arm. Youngsters are great. I love to see that.
So Shiraz, back to my question. You're pointing out here, like, because his arm bends a lot. So what do you think? Is there any rule in Midwest where you can decide on it, or because it seems like a controversial issue here? Because I've seen, like, in many games, players and captains, they are complaining about this.
Absolutely. And one of the challenges we have at local level cricket is we're only funded for 1 umpire per game. And when you don't have a square leg neutral umpire, it's so hard to judge no ball, full step, arm by one single umpire, then go into the LBW and all that. So until we can bring in a couple of neutral umpires in each game, that becomes an issue during the regular season. So what happens, the team plays through the regular season with only 1 umpire. And then come time playoff, you've got 2 umpires. So it's so difficult to ban somebody who's bowled the whole season and comes into playoff and now can't bowl. But what Usman did, I think, was a good thing, right? You're not banning him from bowling, but he's not getting the additional advantage of throwing in the faster one. So if he wants to sit that up,
by Asmar, and I want this kind of attitude for more umpires. If you think, if official think it's bending more than 15 or 20 degrees, they should call it a no ball.
So very interesting. You know, we were talking to David Richardson, the CEO of ICC, and we talked to him about the banning of Saeed Ajmal and some other folks. There was a time when a lot of bowlers were banned from bowling. The regulars, these bowlers have probably more than 1,500, 2,000 wickets amongst them. And all of them got suspended during this Champions League tournament. So we asked him what's going on. And he's like, you know, there is a 15-degree law.
There's one other chance and dropped. There's a second chance. I would say there's a half chance, but they should have got this. Zohad got 2 lives, Shiraz over here, and he hit 2 fours before this ball. So you can't keep dropping catches like that.
I completely agree, Yakub, and goes back to what you were talking about, the Skokie Patriots game, right? So if you keep on dropping catches, doesn't matter what good decisions you make or what bad decisions you make, can't make the catches, you can't win the game. It's just that simple.
And that's where you're not helping your bowlers. That's where bowlers lose the line and length sometimes. So you got to help your bowlers. Fielders got to put more effort. More Ayaz is here. And this is out of the park.
What a big hit. This guy keeps on hitting those.
I think very good decision by Pak Gymkhana to send Kami up the order. I think I heard Shiraz, Kami wasn't opening in other games. Do you think it's a really good decision by Hamad to send Kami as the opener?
So I think that's where they missed the trick during their day quarterfinal against Chicago United, where I don't know, for some reason Kami was not, I think he flew in the night before, so he was not ready to just go in and bat. But then, you know, the batting chase was, the batting setup was a little slow over rate and slow run rate, and it ended up having them only score 150. So if you can't capitalize some player like Kami on the top of the order, then you're missing a trick.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Shiraz, and I think in previous games, Kami should have opened too, but Pak Gymkhana did well with their sending other players as an opener. I think Zafar was opening for them. It worked out for them, but a very good decision by Hamad, and go full attack on and sending Kamran and Zohad up the order, and they're doing pretty well. 4 overs, 50 run.
I think you're getting your wish come true. It's a new ball, and now it's Javed Patel. So although the ball was only 4 overs old, it got really whacked, but unfortunately we don't have any used balls. So now Javed Patel comes in with a brand new ball against the opener. So I think there's a little bit of an advantage to this situation.
Let's see if I was right or not. I always think Javed should give first few overs. He's very good with a new ball, and there wasn't that plan going with slow didn't work out with Anjuman. Let's see what Javed is gonna do here.
Javed comes into bowl, nice one, and see, there he goes on with mid on for Zohad, and they're going for the second, and it's a good throw, but off the mark a bit, I think.
Seems like there's a little bit due. We saw the fielder a little tumble over there.
What do you think? I think we've got a decent sized crowd. We've got some folks, some families sitting behind the cages. We've got a nice pockets of people. Some are smoking some hookahs over there. Some
Good
are just
atmosphere,
enjoying the
Shiraz.
game.
Very
It's a
good
great
atmosphere.
Nice short ball and gone for a single. Very nicely played. Zuhad is anchoring it really well where Kami is taking it off.
Zuhad has to score here because he got 2 chances, Shiraz. The first one was very easy. They should have got that. But that's history now. And now Ayaz has to bring his key bowlers. I think Ashif should bowl too.
Yeah, I think Anjuman is behind the 8 ball now. It's 12 runs and over. The Pak Gymkhana is going at 52 in 4.2 overs, chasing 171. Although there's still 123 needed from 15 overs, which is still quite a lot of runs, but the start's awesome.
They need wickets, Shiraz. They need wickets. What a shot. What a shot by Kami. It was lightning fast. My God, I think that's a 6. That's his trademark shot on the covers. Love to see those.
So that's what I think he does to fast bowlers, Yaqub. Honestly, the faster they come, the faster they go off his bat. Although, you know, he's probably gotten a little slower. The reflexes might have come down a bit. But he can still connect. And look at the pace of that ball. It was so flat, so fast. It's so hard to hit
that
these
was
kind
on
of
his
shots.
zone. That was like overpitch ball towards the offside. That's Kami's strength right there. I think Javed has to pitch up a little bit on his offside. That was a overpitch ball, not a good ball by Javed.
Yeah.
Now they have a team meeting here. Let's see what's going to happen, Shiraz.
Yeah, it's a small, short, a little bit of a shorter delivery might be better. But, you know, it's a fielding restriction that's kind of now into play.
Be careful. The speaker is on.
Yeah, but that shot, what a shot by Kami on covers.
So, Yaqub, what do you think about the 30-30 playoffs, the Premier Division? We've got 4 teams left. There's Deccan Mavericks, there's Bolingbroke, there is Streamwood and Stars.
No, yeah, and Warriors there too. I'm going to talk about Premier because I didn't know much about Division 2. But Premier, all the top 4, I would say, Deccan Mavericks, they play well and they're playing really good. The way they're fielding, the way they're batting, the way they're bowling, I think they have a really good chance to go all the way, in my opinion.
Is that your favorite, Yaqub?
Yeah, Deccan Mavericks is my favorite, and I think on the from the other side, I think Streamwood will qualify for the finals.
Well, let's see what happens. Javed comes in. I think he's learned his lesson. He's bowling a little bit shorter length, which is the right, which is the right tactic to come. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, awesome.
Can you hear me now? Is it good?
Okay. I think we had some technical issues. Sharif Patel is going in. This nice guy that you see running into your frame. That's Sharif Patel. He's an amazing Anjuman supporter. Used to be a very fast bowler at his. You know, it's so nice to. Hey folks, we've had some audio issues. We ran out of our mic batteries. I think we are back. Just getting confirmation from the production team here. It's 2 thumbs up and we're back live. So Yaqub, how was a little bit of a brief unplanned break? Did you enjoy not talking for a bit?
Yeah, that was a relief a little bit. But I think hanging out with you, I've got into this like talking and I really enjoying this.
Yeah, back in school too, everybody who sat next to me kept on talking all the time and we all got in trouble.
I think that's the skill too, Shiraz, and I think you're very gifted on that part.
Thank you, Yaqub. It's just, see, I think that's the type of bowling that would help with someone like Kami. A little bit of a slider going through the offside, not giving him any more room than what he needs. Because if you give him a lot of room, he's going to cut you over point. If you make it short, he's going to pull you over mid-wicket. If it's full, he's going to put it on the long one. So he's got all the shots around the ground. So the best thing to him is put those sliders at good length, let it leave him just right outside on the 4th or the 5th stump. That's where Kami is a little bit suspect.
Yeah, if he's going to miss 1 or 2 balls, I know he's going to hit in the air, and that's where you have to get him. Let's see what Ayaz we're going to do here.
I think, no. There's a bowling change. I think it's either Mohsin or... I think it's Mohsin bowling. See, there you go. That's another He had to use his feet, and that could go for 4. What a nice shot.
You can't ball him over pitch. That's what Shiraz was telling. You have to be very careful on Kamran. You have to ball on the offside a little bit, pitching up, not over. So that's the plan. Slow ballers not working for Anjuman Shiraz.
Yeah, they have to figure out a way to put the brakes on, because 2 or 3 more overs of this, the game is kind of slipping through their hands like sand. So it has to be there has to be some plan where they can come and figure it out, because Kami is just being too good right now. He's kind of changing the game single-handedly.
Gymkhana, they have couple of
oh wow,
good
they're
players.
going for another run. It's an overthrow. Look at that. Wow.
Baller, they need a wicket. They desperately need a wicket over here.
Yeah, and I'm just, I faced Javed. He's pretty ferocious as far as those bases balls are concerned. But, he has to find that really good length, or his Yorkers have to be on. And the problem with bowling a new ball Yorker, it is extremely difficult to bowl a Yorker with a brand new ball. And although, we had a couple of changes, this ball came in the last over, it's still new. So it'll be very hard for Javed to bowl in that Yorker, and that's his arsenal. And that's why Anjuman uses him deep in the bowling order.
That's the length I'm talking about. Shiraz, I understand he has to bowl Yorkers, but he has to go back textbook, like just bowl on the good length. He got the pace, he got the swing, just ball on the good length, and Kami will give the wicket.
Let's see, Kami's got a really nice shot over point. At that pace, all he needs to do is touch that bat to the ball and fly over that man deep point. He's standing over there. Watch it go over if he finds that timing right. He's just like a la Savag. It's like, pulling Shoaib Akhtar, cutting him over that point region in the 19. There you go, that's a good ball.
Two back-to-back good balls.
Appeal for an out, and it's not an out. The umpire has said that it's not an out, and it's an out. And the umpire has given it.
There's a controversial decision right here. We can tell from here, because we don't have microphones on the wicket, but the leg umpire, Arshad Yusuf, have given that out.
Well, there must have been a sound and he's given out. I don't know why Kamran is standing, because, the umpire has given him out and he should walk away. That's it.
What's your first impression of that?
I think the decision was delayed, and a delayed decision is always controversial. But Asmar might not have heard anything, and Yusuf Bhai perhaps confirmed that it was an out, and now the decision has been made.
How a leg umpire gonna see that? Because he's looking at the side, and Asmar has a better view, and I think benefit of doubt always goes to a batsman.
Absolutely it does, but if it's just a matter of did you hear the sound, because it's really loud out here. If Yusuf Bhai heard a timber sound and Asmar saw the ball pass, he can convene with the leg umpire. That's why they're out there as a team. They can make those decisions as a team. Doesn't have to be always the main umpire who has to give him out.
Yeah, I totally agree, but most of the cases I've seen leg umpires only calling whether it's a fair catch or not. And it's always the main umpire who's on the strike. That's his call, whether it's a nick or not.
Absolutely, and we try our best. I think it's all done in good fairness. Umpires are humans. Even if it's a mistake, people have to move on. The integrity of the game has to be kept alive. That is, you have to stand here, you get yourself out, you walk away. It's that simple.
Yeah, it's part of the game. They're human too. But very controversial decision there. And Anjuman got their wicket. Anjuman got their man.
So Javed has delivered, Yaqub. I think your mindset of bringing Javed in the first place.
I told you he's a big bowler. He's a big game bowler. They should have brought him in the first over instead of Ashif.
Guys, we've got a really poised matchup now with Kami gone. I think Najmi has come to the wicket. He's very good. We've got Ashar, we've got Bakshi. We've got a very good long batting lineup.
And it was not a wrong decision. In the review, yes, it was the right one.
And it seems like we have reviewed from a technology perspective. It seems that the ball did end up possibly touching the bat and going
very
to
good
the
decision
keeper.
by Arshad Yusuf here.
A seasoned umpire. I think if we did a tally of how many games I think Arshad Yusuf would be completely, definitely up there all by himself on the number of games he's umpired for Midwest Cricket Conference.
I always look forward Arshad Yusuf umpiring our games. A very good umpire, Arshad Yusuf.
Yeah, we wish that there's more people who take this job a little bit more passionately. It's not only about coming out and it's we don't there's always more money that could be made with the time of effort that they put
love
in. But
for
the
the
love for
game.
the game is what it takes. Wow,
What
nice
a ball,
ball.
nice ball. I don't think it's a wide, but it's a wide. I think it's on the leg side. It's not the height.
Well, it doesn't matter, Yakub, because the two people that matter, both of them called
Yeah, I
wide
think
ball.
on the leg side. I would say it was on the leg side. That's why it's a wide. I think the height was fine.
And they've called one for the over,
Yes.
so no more bouncers. So that limits his ability now to surprise the batsman. Usher is kind of, the wicketkeeper is asking the bowler to make him drive the ball, That's what it is, a little bit shorter length, but not too
I
short.
think that was a good surprise ball, the first ball. What do you think, Shiraz? The bouncer. It didn't deliver, but it was a good surprising ball.
So if anybody who was here during the Unity Cup in 2015, Najaf Shah was bowling these ferocious bouncers to Najmi in that Unity Cup, and Najmi was really calmly just getting on top of the ball, tapping the ball because they were chasing only like 80 or 90 odd runs. He knew just to see Najaf Shah through. So Najmi is the guy who can definitely face those short balls. That's a good ball.
Good ball. There was an edge, but the field is so fast. They're gonna take 2 runs.
That's amazing running. It's a nice collection of the ball, nice throw, good running between the wickets. Actually, this Kabir that is now come into play. He used to play for Anjuman, so there's a little bit of a, there's a little bit of a tribal knowledge that the Kabir contains for Anjuman. He used to play for them regularly in these night tournaments and stuff like that. Now he's shifted camp, so he must know how they bat and bowl.
Yeah, and a very good season for Kabir. He's scoring everywhere. The man in form.
Absolutely. Now look at that, coming in at a nice platform. Javed's running in. Nice, swift action. But no jump. He just kind of runs in and just balls off the run up. There's no jump for the delivery. Imagine if he could jump a bit and deliver with that momentum, a little bit more yardy, a little more pacey. That would have been
More
very
pace
difficult
and
to
more
play.
bounce from a good length. And that ball was on the leg side, and Kabir, he's very strong on his leg side.
Absolutely. It's been a great matchup so far. If it was in the great words of Arshad Yusuf, perhaps Pak Gymkhana is 60-40 right now. Depending on where Kabir goes and how Asher bats, these variations might change. And so Zohad's sticking out on one end, which is very nice to see.
I think couple of overs here is going to be key for Anjuman. They have to take wickets. Again on the leg side, I think left and right batsmen like.
Another leg by. Umpires are busy. No balls, leg bys, wides, short balls, run-outs, catch-outs. It's all happening here.
Yes, Asmar, he's looking very excited. I think he's enjoying being an umpire at this big game.
Well, no better seat than the ones these guys have, right? Up close and personal. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yes. But it's not an easy job, Shiraz. You have to be there. It's a lot of pressure on you.
I want to extend a big thank you to all of the management folks that showed up. Atif Sheikh, Charlie has been busy, leaving work most of the day today, helping out, setting up the broadcast. So a big round of thank you and gratitude towards the management team. Pritesh has been picking up plates, food, etc. So, Mughis showed up, and of course, Yakub, you're here right straight from work, and it's always difficult. We've been coordinating things. You're supposed to bring a tripod, and then it got delayed, and we got something else. But the passion's there. Always
passion's there. Sorry, Shiraz, there was misunderstanding. I thought you're asking tripod for a different reason, and I totally that's on me.
No, I'm not pointing any. I'm not putting you on the spot, and
otherwise
I don't know what other reasons I would need a tripod for, Yakub.
Yeah, I thought like CricClub, they got all the equipment. Yeah, but
Speaking
I always
of that, are there other uses of a tripod, Yakub? Can you indulge?
You can dry your clothes on a tripod, I guess, Shiraz.
Well,
that's a good shot by Zohad. Or no, that's by Zohad, and that's a 6 on the leg side. He's very strong on the leg side.
There you go. It's you don't know. It's bleeding all over. It's like many bullet wounds right now. No end is all the batsmen that they have in Pak Gymkhana's arsenal. Kami goes in, Kabir comes out. When Zohad leaves, possibly it's going to be Najmi, then Asher. It just is an amazing batting lineup.
And Cheyenne, he's a good batsman too.
Nicely played. You know, that is one thing that's so amazing, Yakub, that after you hit a boundary, how do you play that small shot for a single and then not go for another big shot? Because that's what cricket's all about. If you go for the next big shot, then it becomes
I couldn't agree more. That shows the temperament, that shows your intelligence, that shows like how smart you are, and that shows how well you know the game.
Absolutely. Gymkhana looking good. 10.7. It's only about 196 runs needed from 12.4. So, you know, that's...
Here's the thing with Kabir. Have you noticed he takes his time on the crease?
Yeah, he does. A lot of teams are, he's a zone player. He needs to get into the feel of the game because Kabir doesn't come in for like 10 overs or 2 overs or 12 overs. He wants to bat out all 20 overs. He wants to play the long innings. So if he plays, you can write it down that most times I've seen Kabir bat through.
It seems more like a ritual whenever I've seen him. He always takes his time, seems relaxed, calm. I think that's the key for his success, I guess.
Yeah, you have to, as a batsman, you have to go through the routine. I was listening to one of the interviews by Sachin Tendulkar, the great. I don't know if there's a greater cricketer or at least, a batsman that is of bigger stature than him. He's got this routine about how he puts on his pads. There's one that goes on first and then the other one. The cricketers, batsmen are very, they're very, aware of their luck and they're very conscious about some of these things. And they're very superstitious.
Totally agree with you, Shiraz. Very good point here. You can see the contrast here. Zuhad ready right away. Kabir takes his time. Two different style of cricket.
Well, there you go. Bowler might be thinking what to do. Let's see what he comes and wins. It's a nice ball.
Again on the leg side.
Up in the air now. That could be somebody's getting
it's a hard catch. Is he going to take it?
Oh,
and
he
dropped it.
He dropped it.
At one point, I thought he got that catch.
No, he did get it, Yakub. I saw it. He held on to it. Then he took one more step and he dropped it. So, there's 3 catches, 3 lives for Zuhad. There you go. How are you going to do that?
I think Zuhad should have a big score here. He should have a 50 here.
Folks, it's Zuhad batting. We've got some issues with the names here showing Kamran Syed, but it's Zuhad that has been batting. Kamran has gotten out. We're going to be updating these scoreboards and scorecards later on, but right now, just for everybody's reference, it's Zuhad and Kabir batting, not Kamran and Shahzad. So some of the names were misrepresented on the...
Shiraz so far, Anjuman's fielding, letting them down. Very poor display by Anjuman fielders. They should have got those at least 2 catches, in my opinion.
And that's, I think, where the difference is really. On club level cricket, Yakub, I think one of the things that we don't put a lot of focus on as teams is this component of cricket, which is fielding. And any team who puts a focus on this can easily have a winning season because that's one area where you don't need a lot of expertise. You have to run hard. You have to get the nice catching in place. You have to just have some basic techniques and you can run through a season.
Shiraz, I'm the person, I think the best example. I'm the one who's dealing with it in every playoff games. My team dropping catches and it's costing us a lot past 4 years.
Let me assure you, Yakub, that you're not the only one. Any team that is sitting on the outside, I think if you ask any captain why did they lose the match, 9 out of 10 times the first response is we dropped this person and he's...
But I've seen, I want to point out a couple of the teams here which I know they are very good on field, very good every season. Steamwood 1 and Deccan Mavericks, in my opinion, they're always good. Even Panthers.
And in Division 40-40 challengers, they've been amazing fielders for the longest time. Between Jay Desai and some of the folks, now challengers is pretty good fielding side. And Chicago United, they've taken that fielding level to the next episode from club level perspective. They work on their fielding, they do drills. Oh wow, there you go. That's another run-out chance that was missed. So, it's kind of hard to field. It's a little more difficult conditions than what Gymkhana
It's very fast outfield, and most of the players, Shiraz, they're not used to this kind of outfield. Most of the season, the grass is heavy, and the ball always comes to you late. Very good ball by Ashok Patel.
That's a good ball. That's a very nice ball. But he's got the field for it too. He's got the deep third man. So if it takes a cut, it goes to him. And he's got the extra cover, I think, or at least the long off. So I think it's a good ball to.
I'm sorry, it's not Ashif Patel. It's Sabi bowling, and he's bowling with good pace.
That's a nice shot.
I don't think so. There's a
And
fielder
that is
there.
a 6. What a nice shot. So wow. This game is quickly getting away from Anjuman. What do you think, Yaqub?
That's what I'm thinking. Almost 9 and 8 per over. At one point, they were 12 per over, and only 1 wicket gone. And seems like Anjuman bowlers, they're out of ideas, Shiraz.
Yeah, 88 still needed, but at the rate, I haven't seen any particular bowler trouble any of the Pak Gymkhana batsmen, really.
And like I said, Shiraz, the outfield looks very good. And even if they lose 1 or 2 wickets, Pak, they don't have to hit boundaries. They can dictate this game by taking singles and the drive shots.
Yeah, but the boundaries have to stop, Yaqub. That's the key. You have to bring it down to a single or a double, but the boundaries have to be protected. There you go, and there goes a single, but that's okay if they go for it. I think there's some fielding issues too. They've got, for the left arm, there's a deep square leg, deep fine leg kind of, but no mid wicket, a deep long on, I'm sorry, a long on, a long off, and there's no extra cover. They've got 5 people inside, I think. Actually, there's a deep third man, so that has to be an issue. So there's 4 inside right now. And that's up in the air. Is anybody going to take that, Yaqub?
Let's
see,
let's see. And he dropped it.
Tough one.
Come on, net.
Very poor display of field, Shiraz here.
It's a lot of issues fielding at night, although you make the finals, you gotta catch those catches if you wanna be the champions of the league.
That's the difference, Shiraz. I was talking.
Bowlers are making chances, but unfortunately they're not getting those chances. It's a simple run after you missed a catch.
Shiraz, I think that's the 4th chance Zuhad got here.
I think that was a Kabir's chance. It was not Zuhad. It was Kabir's.
I think it was Zuhad. Because, yeah, it was Zuhad, Shiraz.
Well, I've seen Zuhad bat so many times. And, he's an amazing batsman. But for some reason, I think he's the luckiest batsman too.
I never got this luck, Shiraz. Whenever I go bad, I never got this chance. Like, whenever my ball goes in the air, the other guy will catch it.
Yaqub. I hope you guys are enjoying our commentary. It's all about cricket, folks, so don't get any ideas. Basically, what Yaqub's trying to say is, whenever he hits the cricket ball up in the air, the fielder catches.
Yeah, Shiraz, that's what I meant. I don't know where you're going with this. Yeah, but we're talking about cricket, so we're talking about cricket ball, Shiraz.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure, Yaqub, having this little sit down with you.
I always enjoy your company, Shiraz. I always does.
So what's the plan for Spats for next year, Yaqub?
It's the same plan. I think we need to work on our fielding, our fitness. I think we have a really good start of the season. We went like 7-0, and the second half of the season where we lack the discipline, and I think that's cost us. And a couple of our key players were missing too. Like Osama wasn't there, and he's a big part of our team. He's a big player.
Speaking of key players, I see Syed Hassan just walking into the ground.
Syed Hassan, he's a very good commentator. He's a very talented. Let me see if he's in a mood of doing commentary here.
Yeah, let's find out. It'd be nice to have a change of guard and give our audience a little bit of variety. So we're gonna have a change in the commentary.
We're gonna have a change in commentary.
We've
Our
got
well-known commentator Syed Hassan,
and then
from Anjuman.
Atif Sheikh of Midwest Cricket Conference. So here you go. I'm gonna turn it over for a minute.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Viral Terror is in on tech. Full punch. That's a really bad ball. It's deposited towards the fine leg boundary. The ball is reaching towards the boundary line.
Lush green grass. Who says? Preparing his ground for this game. Kabir is playing very boring style of cricket, putting us to sleep.
So hard to face. He's already been given 3 to 4 chances.
One of you has the mic off. Who was it? It was you?
And it's been hit straight. And that's a 6.
That's a good shot.
Chin.
Peter is going inside. I don't know what is he going to do, but he is going to pick up the. Oh, he's going to kick the ball. He thinks he is Diego Maradona. Oh, getting kicks too.
Park Gymkhana is going 10 an over with a perfect average. They just need 70 more runs in 7 overs. Anjuman needs to come up with a second plan. Javed Patel has to come in and fire some bullets.
What do you think?
Of course, but Park Gymkhana bats deep. They bat till 11, I think. The only batsman who doesn't bat is this guy right here, Amin Gilani. The only batsman who doesn't bat is this guy. Otherwise, Park Gymkhana bats till 10. Proud. Thank you, Amin. Thanks for the Anjuman fund.
Very good.
Just keep it closer. Keep it like right on the thing.
Anjuman needs 2-3 good overs.
Is talking about he's not getting enough fair chance to play and display his talent these days.
And it's been edged, and I think the ball will go towards the boundary.
Racing down the boundary. Oh, down the Lakeshore Drive. 4 runs.
Okay, I'll pass my mic to Ali Aga.
Aja, we play by the words. Go ahead. Want alphabets? Runs are just. Oh, Anjuman does not usually miss this many sitting ducks.
Yes, Atif, it's been a bad fielding day for Anjuman, and you know
it's been an off day. It
reminds
me of 2012 when we beat Anjuman in Abid Lahiri Cup, playing for MGK. We had a record partnership. I think we put up about 220 odd runs. We had about 120.
Yeah, I don't recall. I think
They dropped a lot
Kami
of
still
catches.
scored. Kami scored in that game
Yeah,
too.
they dropped a lot of catches in that game too, right from the start.
There's some issues on the ground. We've got some lights that have been turned on of the cars, and the batsmen need to kind of.
There is a reason why people say catches win matches, right? So
This is their last chance. I think Javed Patel is probably the guy that needs to get a breakthrough right now.
Javed Patel, I mean, he's just one gem of a guy. I had a good story about Javed. One day I was heading out to, he actually saved my job.
Well, you know, Midwest is every time, you know, I talk to anybody, Atif, there's always questions, right? Why do you keep doing this? What drives you? Why do you put in so much time, effort? What benefit do you get out of being in management or part of this leadership? So I'm going to pose that question to you, Atif. Is there a benefit that you derive from the position that you have at Midwest Cricket Conference?
So I'm going to take you back to, I mean, I played in Midwest. First time I played for St. Louis Cuties. So back in 95, 96. You may not even remember, you were very young coming out of St. Louis and playing Forest Park ground.
I remember Forest Park ground, absolutely.
Yeah. So
but I don't remember you playing, Prince.
Yes. Yeah, you, but I mean, that's what,
21, 22 years
ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So AB, who was my roommate, who kind of brought me in as a sub player in. I mean, that was my extent of interest in the cricket league, right, in the start, which was, okay, I'll go play because you need that type of stuff. So
it's all ones on the scoreboard,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah. So coming back to that conversation you talk about, so that's how I got exposed to Midwest. And I moved out to Chicago in '97, right? So for 3-4 years, I wanted to go play, but then weekends were so precious. Summer was so little in Chicago. So ultimately, in 2003, I started playing for Giants, right? So that's when I really got involved with Midwest, and during that time got involved obviously with Shiraz, with you and Shakes and
Mo.
Mo and all the folks, right, who are now one shape or another is doing great work for Midwest of their own personal time. So at some particular point in your career or tenure, you gotta look at giving back also, right? I can't just take from Midwest. So my whole focus is how do we take Midwest and grow this thing into a truly a best-in-class cricket league, right? So this is where we are in the last 15 years. We have grown. I mean, we have 50-plus teams playing in 5 different states. We've gotten pretty big. So the idea right now, right, which is to how do we take Midwest from the level that we are in and over the next 2 years completely transform the league. So it all starts from the fact that wanting to give back. That's practically the only thing why I'm in it for. There's no way.
Well, I just want to say I think the entire Midwest community appreciates. So speaking about giving, there's a lot of extras that are being given right now, and it's making it really easy for Pak Gymkhana. So I guess Anjuman's doing its part of giving back what they took from Pak Gymkhana in the first inning. Not a good recipe for defending the score after a team has gone to a great start.
The bowlers are not being backed up, right? I mean, it's just sad when the catches keeps dropping and all those things happen. It's just that it's a slump, but still it's a pretty good game. I mean, looks like they still need 7 runs per over. I mean, couple of wickets. I mean, cricket is a very funny game, right? So in the lights, nothing is guaranteed. So if you can get Kabir and this opener out, you never know.
But what Pak Gymkhana has successfully done, Atif, which is actually the best recipe, right, for success, is they've brought that run rate from 9 and over to start with now to 7. And all they have to do is now play risk-free cricket. And then one odd boundary is going to come. Nobody can stop that.
Yeah, Pak Gymkhana plays good cricket. But, I mean, if I was playing this, the run rate would be 4.
Yes, Bobby.
Required.
There's a shot, the heap towards mid-wicket.
And it's gone, baby.
And
it's
there
gone.
it goes. And people
It's
say
gone.
that, a lot of folks say that the outfield is slow in Chicago. It's not slow tonight.
It's rocket, baby. It's rocket. Somebody's going to get a speeding ticket for bowling the ball this fast and the ball traveling so what I think almost players need helmets in the field. The ball traveling so fast.
I was actually thinking about that, Atif, with the big bats, especially about Imran Sports. At least the umpires need the protection. I've seen those headgear for the umpire in IPL, and that's something that we should consider.
Oh, what a beautiful shot.
That's a nice shot. And could
It's
it
like
go for
at
a
this
nicely
point,
fielded?
even the effort for the catch is not going. That they're happy to stop that, tap that down, and take a single.
Yeah, so it's pretty risk-free cricket, just, you know, lights-on type of stuff right now for Gymkhana. They can, in 8.2 overs, you know, they only need 56 runs at a run rate of under 7 now.
I could still restrict them if I got my 4 overs. But
Look at that shot, and is that a catch? And yes, that's a catch. So there you go. Finally a wicket.
There's a catch, and Kabir is gone. Kabir, no, it's not Kabir.
Yes,
right?
Kabir. Kabir is gone. Zohad is not going because he's got 4 chances.
Yeah.
I think he's going to finish the game.
Yeah.
Not getting out because that's just crazy luck, Atif.
Statistically, I mean, there's only that many chances you can give in a night. He has already given them.
There you go.
There's no more option available.
Well, that was a good shot. Kabir made a nice cameo. He scored about 20 odd runs for like 12, 14 balls. But, you know, this batting lineup is probably one of the best in the league right now from a night cricket perspective.
Yeah. Shiraz, what do you think about the umpires in this game?
Well, I think Arshad Yusuf needs no introduction.
Yep.
Best umpire voted by the teams in 2015. One of the top umpires of the league consistently for the last 8 to 10 years. I think if we did a tally of how many games anybody has umpired, Arshad Yusuf would be head and shoulders above his next second place because he's umpired every week, couple of games, and he's just so committed. Sadiq Yusuf is also one of the better umpires that's missing from the league for the last couple of years.
Yeah, let's talk about Sadiq Yusuf. Where is Sadiq?
Well, when I was a child, I used to play a game called Where in the World is Carmen San Diego. I don't know if you know that game, but it was about looking for this person all around the world. And I see these posts of Facebook from Sadiq, sometimes from Bombay, sometimes from Milwaukee, sometimes from Michigan. And, you know, who knows where Sadiq is, but we know this much. Wherever he is, there's 2 things. He's thinking about cricket, and he's thinking about food. So, God bless you, Sadiq.
And what about, is he thinking about Romeen also?
Well, little known fact, in the Midwest Cricket Conference, Romeen is actually a couple of months older than Sadiq according to some records. I don't know how valid that is, but I've overheard
But love knows no age, right?
Absolutely. And another gentleman, right?
Yeah.
The amount of effort that Romeen puts in and day out. Let's get back to the game. We'll go back to Romeen in a little bit.
Yeah,
A new batsman
it
comes
has
in.
turned into like this is a test match now. I mean, we need some fireworks. I think this 7 runs over.
48 balls, 50 runs, 50 odd runs. We need 56.
Needed 56.
So 7 runs and over. That's
Runs
not
and
bad. Yeah, a couple of wickets down. The game can shift. That's the beauty of cricket. So let's get back to Romeen. The amount of time Romeen spends at the end of the season every year leading that judiciary committee in all the issues and come out on the fair side of things, that is just commendable. I want to take this opportunity to thank the judiciary committee and all its members for all the effort they make. Mithil used to be the chief judiciary officer. Now it's been Romeen for the last couple of years. What phenomenal guys. It's a very thankless job. I, as part of the management team, want to thank you for keeping the sanity. So thanks a lot for all your hard work, guys.
The amount of garbage you have to deal with. Right? It's just, I mean, it's insane. Right? You get to see all the reports and everything around weekly basis what comes up. I think they do a tremendous job. I mean, this is again, Romeen is a physician. He could spend all his day making millions working for his employer, right? But he dedicates a lot of that time, personal time towards Midwest. I mean, that's what we're talking about, right? Midwest is not just one person. It's not Atif Sheikh, it's not Shiraz Najam, it's not just Peter, it's not just Charlie. It is collectively as a group what we do together, right? We take some of these pieces off, it will be very difficult for us to run the league. So again, it's a volunteer-based league. Anytime some people sitting and those armchair quarterbacks, right? it's very easy to sit and just say, oh, this should be done or that should be done. I always say, stand up and come and volunteer and spend 2 days dealing with some of the stuff. You'll have a newfound appreciation of what these people do. So before people who with heavy fingers want to keep talking about this and that, they should actually step up and actually volunteer some of the time. And I think that's what something we are working on more towards the broader plan is how do we engage and leverage a lot of people that actually want to volunteer and give them a platform to be able to help and give back as well.
And there you go. It's absolutely, I completely agree. I think we can use all the help we can get. We need to talk more about it. Let's bring it back to the game a bit, Saqib. Atif keeps bowling the leg side, keeps going for the fine leg runs. There's no fielder there. I don't know what the plan is. There's no correction. Do you think Anjuman's given up somewhat?
Anjuman looks rattled to me today. They're not all on the same page. It seems like there are 2 or 3 different philosophies.
There you go again.
Come to the ground with, right? I mean, first is from a bowling standpoint, from the fielding standpoint, and obviously the body language, which is really down right now. I mean, it's just if you didn't know the score, you wouldn't think that they still need 48 runs. You would think that they need about 7.
Yeah, so that's easy because that kind of innings from Kami and then Kabir and then Zuhad, they'll do that to a team. But the key of a strong team, so Anjuman's always been a great fighter. So I know there's going to be a couple of I don't
fight till the end.
Absolutely.
They need to wake at some point. They need to wake up, and I would think in the next 6 to 8 balls, this game will be completely done and dusted.
Well, let's see what happens into the next. They can easily, tap a ball. Risk-free cricket, it's down the leg. You nudge it, goes for a 4. And then you get a good ball. You tap it, and you go for a single. You got 5 runs just like that in the space of 2 deliveries.
Yeah.
So one of the best cricketers in Chicago on display right now in Midwest Cricket Conference. Ashar Mehdi played for USA for several years. One of the best wicketkeeper batsmen that this region or even perhaps this nation has seen in a lot of years. So what a talented cricketer Ashar has been.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Ashar has been playing type of shots many today try to copy and imitate, and he's been doing it for years now. So his skill level is on a different page.
Absolutely. The total now after 13 overs is 128, folks. So there's still 47 needed. There's a lot of runs to go, and I see a lot of heads down, shoulders dropped.
Is Javed's overs done?
No pumping in the field. So, there has to be some energy. I think that's what's lacking.
Yeah. See Javed walking very gingerly. So we're talking about Javed, right? So I was explaining this, that it was several years ago, I think 4 to 5 years ago, I'm at airport in the morning, American Airlines. I basically realized I got on the highway late, leaving downtown. You get into traffic. I know I was going to miss my flight. So while I was in the cab at that time, I called a couple of people I knew. I called Kami and I called Imran to see if I could find these people. So when I got to the airport, Kami couldn't pick up the phone at that time, and I'm standing at the line and just like helplessly, like basically going to miss the flight. Was supposed to be in Seattle at the Microsoft headquarters for some some meetings that I had an active role on. So in comes Javed, who was working at the airport. He sees me, says hello. I say hello. He says, "What are you doing in the line?" I said, "Just like many other passengers waiting and expect to miss my flight." He said, "Come with me." He pulls me out. I kid you not. Expresses within 30 to 45 seconds, I was already gone through the scanners and everything out there in a priority line that I was able to make my flight by 1 minute. And forever I would be thankful to this guy. So he did a big favor for me that day. Again, that's the power of why I call Midwest a family, is because people helping each other. Doesn't matter what it is.
Absolutely. And, it's a great story of giving it back or paying it forward, right? And that's what life should be all about.
Absolutely. I mean, Midwest first, and the family, right? That's the part. We ultimately, our goal is to make sure that that level keeps rising. So,
So when you move your head, when you go like that, you watch the so they ask the question very sensitive, so I know it's annoying, but it's weird, but yeah, it's kind of silly. You're weird with that, I don't know.
So they've got out of the 3 balls that have been delivered, they've got a couple of singles, 1 boundary. So they've got the 6 for the over already. Yeah, so
7 in the over. I would like to see a wicket here.
yeah, that'll spice things up a bit. You think you
But the bowling
constantly on
ball's
this
not moving.
constantly on this short gully or a small third man region, there's easy singles available, and that's all now Pak Gymkhana needs to do is play some risk-free cricket. The only way Pak Gymkhana loses this game if they lose this game.
Yeah, Pak bats all the overs. They got to play 6 overs, 6.2, and they are through. But I think they'll finish it around 18.
There's a big heave from Zuhad. He can go wherever he wants today because
He's not
you know,
even
this guy
running.
should
He's
go
like,
play the
I'm
lottery
just going to
today.
walk on this thing.
Yeah, he's not getting run out, catch out, nothing.
Yeah.
He's out safe today.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to save all my energy and just use it to swing at the ball.
But to his credit, he kept at it. Yes, we saw some beautiful shots over long on, some mid-wicket, deep square leg region. He's got all the shots. He just doesn't have some of the temperament to go big sometimes. But, you know, with this kind of luck, he can score those big runs any day.
Yeah, and he can be the player of the match today, right?
Well, we've got a big trophy for that.
So Shiraz, let's talk about Abid Lahiri night tournament, right? Walk us through how many teams we started this tournament with. What's the prize money? Like, tell us more.
So this year, there is no prize money because what we did is instead of giving out prize money, which is dollars, we increased the number of games. So we introduced an additional round of playoffs this year. So we decided as a committee and the teams that instead of prize money, we're going to have more cricket. Because that's where the value of the dollars is, right? You get to play only a few months in Chicago, only a few weeks. So we extended the playoffs, included additional teams. So some of the prize money finances that were earmarked for it was set aside and the games were played with that fund. So we had 12 teams this year in Abid Lahiri. The entry fees was $750 only.
That's cheap.
For what you get, beautiful ground, neutral umpires. You get you get $750 you pay, and then you get to enjoy this amazing level of cricket in Midwest. In the past, last year we gave $5,000 to the first place winner in Abid Lahiri, but the prize, the entry fees at that time was around $1,200.
No doubt. I mean, Abid Lahiri is the granddaddy of all night tournaments, right? I mean, this is the tournament that started night cricket in the entire Midwest region.
Absolutely. Midwest been a pioneer in many areas, right? You see a lot of, wow, what a nice collect. That's very well kept. A wide ball, but very well kept by the keeper. Speaking of being pioneers, right? So Midwest was the first. There's a lot of tape ball cricket or a tennis ball cricket going on. Midwest was the first conference or cricket organization that started indoor cricket tournament in Chicago in the winters.
I mean, 1965.
Well,
that makes it, what, 50 years of legacy?
More than 50, close to 60 years of legacy. And, you know, this has been a great organization. I asked you a question, what benefits do you or anybody derive from being in management? There's immense amount of benefits. The amount of respect people give you, the amount of recognition you get, the amount of patience you get to develop. These are intangibles that you can't put dollar money on.
Oh,
that's nice. There goes Zuhad. Finally a catch into the keeper's hand. And Javed Patel, like I said, I think a prayer from you helped him right now, and he's broken through for his team. Do you think the game's going to change a bit?
Hey, I tell you this. We were playing Karachi Cricket Club, right? And when we played Karachi Cricket Club in a semi-final in Abid Lahiri for Muslim Gymkhana, MGK. And I think we were pretty done and dusted. There were 3 overs left. I think needed 20 odd runs. And I did not have a hat-trick, but actually got 3 in 4 balls. Okay, changed the complete game. 1 over changed the game.
Absolutely.
Last 2 overs, we needed 20. And And even going into the last over, they needed 10 runs. First ball was a 4. I remember Kami misfielded. It was a 4. And then after that, Usman Lakwera bowled a gem of an over. Last ball, they needed 6 to win. And it was an outfield shot. And that was it. So that was our first championship of Abid Lahiri. It was fun time. So anything can happen. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
couple of wickets here. I mean, this is
Especially Usher. If somehow Anjuman can find a wicket of Usher and see the back of Usher,
and
they're
I'm
back
not
in
even
game.
convinced Najmi can see the ball after, I mean, marriage and all that stuff, right? I mean, I don't know where his eyes and
Atif,
mind is.
contrary to
Usual-
regular belief, you see the ball just fine after marriage. I've been seeing the ball for the last 16 years. And
Shiraz, but you are a different breed. I mean, you're the guy that hit Merv Dillon for 24 runs in 1 over.
Yeah, I
So,
guess.
I mean, it's just not everyone has that kind of talent or a bat.
Yeah, I just, it's just that simple. I keep telling
This
everybody
is,
how people ask
I
me
think
how you do
first
it.
ball, Najmi gone.
Let's see.
Oh,
no
no.
way. What a nice
Najmi.
shot to point.
Okay.
Now that's a cricketer. He
Yeah.
walks in, plays
Okay.
on the front foot, cuts the ball to point, and goes for an easy 2. Exactly how comforting that is for his team that's sitting outside. And this is the first ball he faced. No tentativeness.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not faced by the environment, the situation. It's a final. No problem. Bring it on, Javed Patel. You might be pacey, but I got the shots.
Najmi is one of those guys, doesn't matter what speed you come at, he plays at the same slow inzimam type of pace at it, but he's very effective.
There you go, a good comeback by Javed. This is a great battle. The cricket about, the beauty about these kind of games is these are small battles between players. And it's about who wins those small battles that ends up on the winning side of the cricket game. So, Najmi had a good cut shot, then Javed came back with a nice slider type of a ball. Now let's see who gets the tiebreaker on this third delivery.
Well bowled.
Well bowled, Javed
Well
Patel.
bowled and well played. Najmi's in no hurry. I mean, that's...
But that's the beauty of one wicket. And see, you start hearing sound, you start hearing claps from the outfield. The people are now start pumping. One good catch in the deep. Some of these things, if they were done earlier, this would be a completely different game. But there's still hope. Let's see what comes up. Nice pacey delivery. Good running between the wickets. That's one thing that these guys will do, Atif.
Yeah.
They'll tap and run because Najmi is young and Usher is quick.
नहीं, नजमी तो बचपन से घर से भागने के में बहुत तेज था.
Yeah, so one of the nicest kids, I must say, in the region. Let's see. We've got
We got Pedro, call the ice. What's the stats now? 34 needed in 5 overs. 6.8, Shiraz. I mean,
so still more
As I was
runs
telling-
than balls,
I
and
was telling you about, we had 24 needed in 3 overs, won with 8 runs left.
but nonetheless, I have to say this has been a great game. I want to thank everybody who came out because you've typically not seen this kind of crowd this year at Abid Lahiri. So I want to thank everybody. This probably is the last chance you get to see a lot of these folks with the playoffs coming up. Best wishes, best of luck to the playoff bound teams of Midwest Cricket Conference during the 30-30 Premier, the Division 1 as well as the Division 2 30-30. So let's see what happens in this weekend. It's going to be a big one. We're going to be only left with 6 teams out of 50, Javed.
So Shiraz, we'll let this ball go, and then I want to also talk about Midwest, right, with you.
Oh, there you go. Could be a nice. So you think Anjuman's coming back? See, that's like a nice little
I told you in the
moment in the game.
next 8 balls, the game will either be done and dusted, or it's gonna start getting tight.
34 still needed.
Both of these batsmen now, I mean, I think these are not like the long-handled one. They're gonna
Look at
time
that
it.
shot.
If you field placing is good, I think you can get. But you
Nice
gotta
running.
throw
Look at that.
fast. You gotta throw fast, my man.
Look at that. What a beautiful running
Yeah.
between the wicket. This is just so refreshing to see. This is cricket at its best.
Yeah. It's like running like Jack Rabbit.
These guys, It's a poised game, folks. And if you weren't here, you missed a nice opportunity to enjoy some good cricket and good night. What a
what a
nice shot,
shot.
and it goes for a 6.
It's done.
I think.
This,
Wow, there it is. It's a
you
6.
can't let a new batsman hit you like that.
That's a 6. What a nice shot by Najmi over deep square leg. Just stand and deliver. Very nicely done. And, you know, that kind of is shifting the balance.
Do you think Najmi is using Imran's sports bat?
Who is not these days? Atif, obviously it's kind of a game changer in the bat providing space. He's done a wonderful job. Midwest has helped market a lot of that. But he's got some good stuff.
So Shiraz going into, this is the end of the season.
Is this another 2? Let's see. No, it's not. There you go.
When you look forward to what next season will bring, right? I mean, what do you see Midwest working on during the off season to get ready for the next season? Like what type of improvements you have planned or considering going into next year? I'd like to know what your vision is. I've heard rumors about Midwest 2020 vision, which is a 3-year strategic plan around phase 1, 2, and 3 around listed of improvement. But I wanted the crowd to hear from you as well.
Is that a catch? Is that a catch? No, but a good attempt, I must say, because a lot of people would just sit back and hold it on the bounce, but this guy went for it, so I have to applaud that. Nice throw too. Look at that.
Yeah, good work.
So yes, going back to your question, yes, obviously there's always a vision, Atif, and funny you asked the question because you and I have been talking about a lot. A lot of that formation of vision is through some help and direction that you have provided. But obviously, as a very large organization, there are a lot of improvements that can be made. There are improvements on the rules, there are improvements on the way we play the game, the technologies we use. How can we make the life of a cricketer easy or a cricket manager easy? And at the end of the day, how can we bring good cricket? So priority always and always will be is to secure our ground. We've been trying to get a couple of grounds in Harrow Park for the last year and a half. The mayor has announced it. We are working with the people who own the land for that ground, and we're waiting on a board approval. That is the biggest part of the vision as far as I am concerned. To secure a home for Midwest Cricket Conference for a long term. We can have a proper cricketing field with a proper cricketing infrastructure. So infrastructure improvement is always going to be number 1, and then followed by operational efficiency. What can we do to reduce the footprint? Nice ball, and that's the inside edge, and
that's it.
It's inside edge, and the umpire is now talking, and he's saying it's not out. And they're going to the leg umpire.
This is going to the leg umpire.
And there's going to be a conversation. Let's see what happens.
That's another thing, Shiraz. One of the things I think starting next year, I would like us to have a DRS system.
Yes, absolutely. I would like us to have that too. But obviously, if the teams are up for it, we have to come up with a technology. We've got Umair Khan, who's been recording here. Perhaps we can commission him for some of the games next year to pilot DRS a bit.
Interestingly, he and I were just having that conversation also, and he and I were talking about that, and he feels that technologically this can be delivered, and so that's something he's open to working with us in the off season.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'd like to always. We like to always kind of look back
through the lens of the camera.
It could have been, we could have, if there was DRS, we could have obviously
absolutely
seen what. But funny you mentioned that because people think with DRS all is fixed, but it always brings me back to that 2011 game between Pakistan and India, where Saeed Ajmal bowled that amazing delivery. Everybody thought Sachin was plumb out, but the DRS system denied him that wicket, which was, I think, a very unusual result of a DRS review. But DRS has come through. It has.
I did some investigation of that. I think the DRS umpire, he was a little squint. So he couldn't see his eyeballs needs to be in perfect line. It was not. It was deviated eyeball. So I mean that happens then.
Absolutely, and so there's no, at the end of the day, you'll get some good decisions. You
You
can
take
use
the
the
good with
best
the
of
bad.
technologies.
Happens in everything.
It happens with everything, But I know this much: if you play good, and you've got
You make
all
your
the
own
elements
luck.
covered, you make your own luck.
You make your own luck. Nobody can take what's already
So
set out for you.
21 needed in almost 4 overs right now. The game is getting close to finish line, Atif. This has been a great effort. Could this be out? No, and that's a huge 6 by Najmi.
I remember Ashif Patel when Ashif used to really steam in and come in and bowl. And it just, like right now, feel like his pace has gone down. And one thing I see which lacks in a lot of bowlers in Midwest, they don't know the swing.
Yes, the lateral movement, is either natural most of the time, and it's an art that is very hard to learn, because that whole mechanics, how you let go of the ball.
It
But
starts from the grip.
It's a wide ball, so
Grip.
Ashif is leaking runs.
Yeah.
Atif.
Grip, run up, something that just fast, bowling fast is the solution.
It's not-
I personally feel the bowlers that can move the ball are the hardest ones to hit.
Absolutely, and we've seen you participate in some of these tournaments, and you've done a wonderful job against some very talented batsmen, because you've got that amazing variation. That
Oh, I'm
amazing swing.
gonna come back. In a year, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back in a much more leaner state.
Well, there you go, folks. All the batsmen of Midwest Cricket Conference,
Yes.
Atif Sheikh is
I am going
thrown
to
down the gauntlet.
unretire for 1 year, and I'm gonna teach some of these youngsters. I used to play for Lahore Badshah also, right? We used to have fun, a lot of fun, because they haven't seen the banana swing. It only in if they're playing those Bradman cricket, they are able to do that. So we want to bring that fun back.
Absolutely. It's always nice to have you on the cricket field. Now only 12 left, Atif. I want to thank our audience who stuck around with us such late into a weeknight. I want to
General
thank
Sahab is here.
all the volunteers. And look who has just joined us. A blast from the past, Imran Lakhwera, who has just joined us. Chicago Giant.
I think you should.
We have to make an introduction. A very good friend of ours, Mr. Imran Lakhwera, has joined us on the field. So, can you please wave at the camera?
Yeah.
There's Imran Lakhwera. He used to be
Imran,
a
passionate cricketer. Once upon a time.
And there you go. And that
And
probably is
this
the
looks
seal
like
of
sixer.
another 6. And look at that. That's Gymkhana quickly racing through the final target. Only 5 needed now.
I told
from
you
3
this
overs.
game will be done in 18 overs.
So I don't know. Absolutely.
3 overs left. So this is. Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to all of the folks who have joined us. I want to thank you big time to Umair Khan, who traveled all the way from South Carolina to help
Phenomenal
us
job.
broadcast this
Phenomenal job.
tournament, and he's done a phenomenal job. I want to thank Visu and Ganesh of CricClubs, who
Cricket
have been
clubs.
amazing
I like to
ambassadors of sport.
Amazing guys. Amazing guys. The dedication that they have, we wish them continued success. I know there's a lot of good things that are going around, especially with ICC looking at a good, right platform to invest in. That can be a de facto standard in the U.S. cricket. I think CricClubs has a very good shot at it. It's a very user-friendly interface. I wish him continued success. I think there are a couple of other folks also in the running.
Yes, absolutely. There's Cricket HQ and some other folks, but all platforms are good.
Local
But
market,
local
right?
market's
Local
great. We've got
market.
some local support. These guys are passionate. I also want to thank Mr. Qureshi of Cricket Council USA, who has been a complete companion of Midwest Cricket Conference and has done a wonderful job bringing cricket to Chicago.
We can do half of the things.
Oh wow! There's the
we
final drop
do
of the night. I
if
must
this
say.
was not for Magpie and his support.
Absolutely.
I think
So
for 7 years, the biggest thing. I mean, I think he's put in alone over $100,000. I mean, I don't have the real tally, but I would say every year about $15,000 to $20,000 he funds for the betterment of cricket in the Midwest.
and Midwest is very thankful, and we're very grateful for that partnership
I
of
say
Mr.
this.
Qureshi.
I say this to many people that I don't know a single person that has done more for cricket.
in the USA.
in the US than Mac.
I have to second that, no doubt. Wow, a little too late, I think. It kind of stayed low a bit, didn't it, Atif?
Yeah.
But well played, Asher. You've brought your team home. You're only 4 needed. Perhaps time for glory. Bakshi can come in or somebody can come in and finish the game.
I would like to see a hat trick.
That would really jazz up the ground
Yeah.
quite a bit. But there's some issues going on. Umpires talking amongst the players. It seems it's pretty poised. But here we are. This
Umpire
game
is like,
almost
I think
over.
Yusubai is like, he needs to go. There's rush hour.
Another young talent. I don't know if you've seen Shayan Ali bat or bowl or play the game of cricket. He is wonderful. The guy who's coming into bat, he's a wonderful cricketer. He's got a lot of good.
Oh, that's his name, Shayan Ali?
Yes, future into this game. So, best wishes to him in the future.
Yeah, we just, is he going to grow anymore?
He's very good. So, speaking of that, I think we cannot conclude this broadcast. We've talked about some of the management folks, but how can we ever miss Shaq?
Yes, yes.
Our little general, really. He
Yeah.
is marshalling the troops. So you always miss him. He had work today.
The
If he
gentle
didn't have
giant.
work, he would be here. We always miss him. We always value his contribution and his counsel, really.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me, what does Shaq do as part of management? And I tell him,
What does Shaq does not do?
and what does he not do? He keeps us sane. He keeps giving us the best counsel, and he gives us the opportunity to do the right thing. So sometimes those things are invaluable, and Shaq's bring that to the table.
Interestingly, a lot of big league-wide decision, right? We as a committee members are looking at in a democratic voting process, which we run through, right? Every single time.
Absolutely.
It usually ends up Shaq's vote becomes
The
one of the
tiebreaker.
it ends up
Exactly.
becoming a deciding factor, and that's the beautiful dynamic of the team. It's you have your ideas and all, you got to present it, and you let the team executives vote on it, and then make the best decision that is right for Midwest Cricket Conference.
So 4 needed from 2.3. Very nice game of cricket. Could have been better. I think this game had the potential to go down to the last over. But Kamran Syed is amazing hitting up the order. Just take the initiative from Anjuman.
Oh yeah, there was just when you're chasing, when you are restricting, you need wickets, right? You continuously fuel, and that's what something that Kami and all prevented them from having it. So
a big thank you to the crowd, especially the 2 officials, Darshad Yusufbhai
Again,
and Asman Najam.
I did say that this game will be over in 18th over. There's 2 balls left in the 17th over. Let's see. What do you think, Shiraz? Do you think this next 2 balls will be the game, or can my prediction hold true?
I hate to bet against you, Atif, because I've lost more than I have won, but I would like to see this go into the next over at least. Somehow.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Nicely bowled.
All right,
nicely played.
18th
Well,
over.
well, perhaps they'll take it into the last over.
Yes,
Who
it is.
knows?
Yeah.
It's the 19th over, so 11 balls, 3 runs needed. The game's pretty much done. We've got everybody on their feet. A great setup here. No one in the deep. Everybody on the inside. One lofty shot's gonna win it for Pak.
Ooh, that looked like a tail end batsman. I don't know. You were talking that batsman.
Well, it's just the desire of the situation
Yeah,
right now too.
yeah,
He's not
not that
batting
much
with
pressure.
content. He's just, it's
Yeah,
just there.
there you go.
I've always wanted to do this, Atif. Oh, Shayan, you beauty, since Ramizaj did it for Shahid. It's too much to move.
How are you? Because music is there and everything. If you get your 4 guys, can you pick up everything and move? I didn't even see. Honestly, Facebook पे कोई check-in होता है something like I didn't see any of that stuff. Once I left it up, then you go.
That's not big round of applause, folks. Miss Yusuf Bhai, a big round of applause, and a big round of applause for Asman Najam for a very difficult day out at the field today. Lots of pressure, couple of questionable calls, but at the end of the day, I think a fair game was conducted. And I'm going to invite our management committee to come and join me. A guy who's been working all day long to bring you this event. Please, big round of applause for our Vice President of Midwest Cricket Conference, Chirag Patel. Charlie, come on here, baby. Come on, come on, come on. And the guy who pays for all of this, it's your money, but it's under his control. Come on, Peter, come and join us. Pritesh, big round of applause for Pritesh, please. And then last but not least, on the ground, part of our Big Five, if you will, Atif Sheikh, may I request you to come and join us, Atif Sheikh, our business officer of Midwest Cricket Conference. Folks, we're missing Shaq here, but we'd love to have him. I know he sends his best to both the teams. There's some pictures. So now I'm going to ask you guys to please line up. Can I have Pak Gymkhana line up here on the right? And can I have Anjuman 11 line up here to me, to my left? And then we can carry on with the distribution ceremony. You've got these nice, beautiful trophies that we're going to be giving out today. Come on, guys. So, folks, can we have Pak Gymkhana line up and Anjuman towards my left so you guys can be in the frame? Everybody should be able to see the finalist of Abid Lahiri Night Tournament. This line keeps growing for some reason. I don't know what's going on. All right, folks, before we start off the prize distribution ceremony, folks, thank you. Don't block me. Don't block me, guys. Just kidding. Just kidding. No problem. It's all good. Guys, I want to invite Yaqub Ali if he's on the field somewhere. Yaqub Ali, please come and join me. Big round of applause. Mughis Ghori. Is he on the ground? Mughis Ghori is the guy that everybody was asking for food. Our VP of Division 1. Our VP of Division 3030. And guys, can I invite Marghoob Syed? A big round of applause for Marghoob Bhai. Folks, what a great game of cricket we had. Anjuman did a wonderful job. We saw some amazing hitting from Ayaz. A big round of applause to Ayaz for helping his team get to 179 runs, which is a huge total. So a great effort by Anjuman. Unfortunately, some dropped chances and some amazing lights out batting by Kamran Syed. Big show. Big round of applause for Kamran at the top of the order. And a very relentless innings from Zohar. You think the game was pretty much kind of in your hands? It's a big, nice total, or were you still scared of the big batting line of Pak Gymkhana?
No, obviously I was scared with the Kami and Jawad, but we tried our best with the spin bowling. I was trying to get the Jawad out, but we lost a couple of catches. That's the main factor. We lost the game there.
Anjuman's been a great night tournament team. Abid Lahiri night tournament has been a very stalwart tournament, and Anjuman's always been part of this. Obviously, we have this tournament in the loving memory of a player of Anjuman, Mr. Abid Lahiri. May God bless his soul. Um, how do you feel playing this tournament? I know Anjuman plays night tournament all over Chicago. Is there something about Abid Lahiri that is special?
Oh yeah, yeah. We are playing this tournament only because of the late Abid uncle. So that's why we always participate in this tournament.
Well, thank you. I'm sure he's looking down. Best of luck to you in the future. I think Abid uncle today determined that Pak Gymkhana is going to have a better day. He's up there, and we wish you all the best. Now I'm going to invite a big round of applause for Ayaz, folks. I'm going to invite the captain. It's a very thankless job for Pak Gymkhana because all you do is try to get guys on the field somehow. You're always late, but somehow you guys win the big games. Mohammad Bakshin, your big round of applause, please. So, Kabir was coming up for the captaincy of this team right now when I was announcing a good addition to Pak Gymkhana for the night tournament. He brings a lot of value. But overall, the team has a lot of different players. How do you kind of mesh all of these guys together? It's easy to manage.
Well, Kabir's been part of Pak Gymkhana for last 2-3 years, so he's not unknown to most of the players. So that's why we gel together pretty nice. And I hope to see him in our day roster as well next year. I'm not sure about that yet.
Well, Shakir is watching this, so I don't know what's going to happen. But let's come back to the game, Bakshi. 179, big score. Were you confident going in that you got this?
I think we gave them in the end 30, 25, 30 odd runs more, and we dropped Ayaz at one stage. They were at 120, 15, 16 overs, but he played very well from that point and put a reasonable total. So, but credit goes to Zohad and Kami, the way they played the first 7-8 overs. So hats off to them. So they took a game away from Anjuman.
So great, great initiative, Pak Gymkhana. I know that Pak Gymkhana has got a second life now into the day playoffs. You're playing Chicago United on Saturday. We've already talked about that a bit. Any change of plans? Because I saw Kami did not open in that game, and there were some issues around the batting order. Are you going in there with a different mindset now that you've seen how it clicks?
Well, Kami was late. That's why he didn't get to bat. That's the only reason. But we're going to go with the same approach, and we're going to enjoy tonight, and we'll take care of Chicago United later on. So.
Well, best wishes, Mohammad Bakshi. A great team, Pak Gymkhana, a very decorated club. Big round of applause for these guys, folks. At this time, I want to invite one of the big supporters of cricket, the only female who's standing here like a champion, Mrs. Shamir Khalakdina, to come up here and give a big round of applause for Shamir's wife here, who's going to come up here and give the Man of the Tournament award that has been adjudicated by the umpires and the management team. Man of the Match award, and I'm going to have Charlie come up and announce that award. Charlie?
And that award, of course, goes to Zohar.
Zohar, a few words, please. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Everybody's saying, Zohar, what great hitting, but what great prayers from your parents today. 4 drop catches, but you've hit it all around the ground.
That to calm down, you can hit 4s and 6s, and it paid off. So I think that was the key. Kami's inning was just boost up for me.
Well, great. Openers hunt in pairs like bowlers do. So I think that's a great pair. Quick question. All of the audience is wondering, how do you lose all this weight?
Brown rice. For 7-8 months, I have been only on brown rice. That's
You have been, so here it is, folks. You've been sitting on brown rice for 7, 8 months. Or is that what you're eating?
no, chicken and everything, but mostly brown rice. Yeah.
Well, wonderful cricketer. It's nice. I know a lot of leagues, Midwest Cricket Conference.
Same here. Same here.
Congratulations on your match-winning innings. Well, folks, there you go. Brown rice. You can find them on Kadai Corner, just so you know. All right, our man of the tournament, I'm going to invite Mr. Margoob Sayed to come up here. So, folks, we're going to come back to that. Let us give the team a little bit of time to collaborate the scores. We've got two contestants, some great performances. There's Ayaz, there's Javed Patel, Zohad, Kabir, there's Najmi and Asher. There's a lot of folks that played some great cricket. So the management team is conferring. For now, a big round of applause for the runners-up of Abid Lahiri. A great effort, a great season. They've come here all the time. They've made a habit of playing the finals. They've beaten challengers in a great game. I'd like to invite Ayaz with the rest of his team. I'm going to have Margoob Sayed give away the runners-up Abid Lahiri Trophy for 2017. We don't discriminate at Midwest Cricket Conference. If you play the final, you get the same size trophies. I request and Anjuman to join their captain so we can have a group picture. For this. All right, folks, I think there has been a conference and the unanimous choice of Abid Lahiri Night Tournament playoff player of the tournament. So this is not regular season, it's playoff player of the tournament. I'm going to invite his very best friend from his school days in Pakistan, Mughis Ghori, to come up and give this man of the tournament trophy to Zuhad again. A big round of applause to Zuhad. Great job, big round of applause. And now for the big ticket. Before we go ahead and do that, I want to thank all the volunteers that put up this show. I want to thank Hanover Park and the Hanover Park Park District, all the umpires, the management. And I want to apologize to my son who I was supposed to pick up, but I didn't because I had to come straight from work. He's watching online on a school night. Thank you, Mahad, for being understanding. I'll be home. Hopefully you'll be asleep and forget everything by tomorrow morning. But a big round of applause for the champions of Abid Lahiri. But before we go ahead and do that, thank you a lot to DJ Noman, who's always been here. He's been a flagship DJ for Midwest Cricket Conference, always. Thank you. A big round of applause for DJ Noman. You're never going to see these pictures ever. They go into a storage. They're never to be found. But thank you so much. Folks, everybody, please. It takes hard work to come up and win a championship in Midwest Cricket Conference. It's not easy. Let's give our respect to the winners. Put your hands together for the champions. Pak Gymkhana, I'm going to have Charlie and Peter to come up here and award the winning trophy with Yusuf Bhai and Margoob Bhai and Asmar to the champions of Abid Lahiri Night Tournament 2017 to Mohammad Bakshi and his team, Pak Gymkhana. Good job, guys. Let's have a group photo. That's all we have from Community Park. I want to thank Umair Khan for our production through CricClubs. Thank you, Ganesh and Visu, for partnership. Thank you, Mac Qureshi, for your sponsorship. And thank you for all our audience who makes this work. Friends, we are checking out.